Big Ray in the house. This is the final show of the 2025 football year. Ray, we almost made 400 hours live. I did the math. It's kind of rough math, but I think we're going to be at about 395 hours after the show. As long as we don't do a 7-hour show, it's not going to be 400. But we almost had 400 hours for this season live, which is wild. First of all, how you doing? The game was not great. That was not a great game. It's terrible.
Well, first off, I think my bet, or when I told you my
You're muted.
was
there you go.
No, I wasn't muted. But either way,
you're good.
My score, my score prediction was definitely had to be in the closest that anybody sent to you. There's no way. I had to have the lowest. I said 21-17. There's no way that I mean maybe I'm wrong, but there's no way that.
Yeah, it was close. I had 23-17. Blake says maybe one of the worst Super Bowl of all time. My dad texted me. He's 67 years old, 66, and he's watched 40 Super Bowls since 40 he's been paying attention to. And he said that was the worst he's ever seen. And the ending score doesn't indicate how bad the game was. You know what I mean? Like at 9-0, it was the Drake May. I think we all overlooked, and we mentioned this whole week and the last 2 weeks about the game and, this Seahawks regular season schedule and just all the nice gifts they had in the postseason with Herbert having the broken hand and that offensive line being decimated. And then CJ Stroud just literally losing all confidence and being awful. And then, having a backup quarterback and the weather helping them out in Denver. And Drake May has been bad this whole postseason. And the numbers are going to look okay on paper, but that was an F. Would you say F? He was under pressure. I get it, but guess what? You're an NFL quarterback. You're going to be under pressure. That was an F performance. Did you agree?
Yeah, but here's the thing that we were talking about. I was telling people in the Discord, man, that this was a learning experience. He was early to the party. Like I said, man, this was they were the Patriots in general are early to the party because of all the injuries. I mean, I didn't say that, but that's why all the major quarterback. I mean, I guess Josh Allen was here. But when you don't have Lamar and Patrick Mahomes, I mean, those are two MVPs, multiple MVPs that you don't have to deal with. You know what I mean?
And you had Josh Allen playing with a broken bone in his foot.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly.
That was true.
I mean, those are 30 guys that are MVPs, all three MVPs, two multiple that you didn't have to deal with on top of the schedule you're talking about. And it's one of those things that it's you're right because. It's just annoying because you wish that some of these teams that they played going toward, getting to the Super Bowl played better, but they just weren't good enough. Those are the teams that either would have made the playoffs or would have got knocked out early, and the Patriots would have got knocked out in the divisional round or something like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because again,
I've been saying the Dan Marino thing, just how Dan Marino got there and lost, never went back. And I was a little worried for Drake May just because I love Drake May. I'm not, this is nothing against Drake May. The team wasn't good. He wasn't good in the postseason, and he's still a raw player. And we didn't this year. The schedule was so easy. The deep balls were awesome, and he made the most out of this opportunity. The team wasn't great, but it's going to be a long road to hoe here for him in the next couple of years because the AFC is stacked, and there's so many hungry teams. You have a player like Joe Burrow has missed the playoffs the last 2 years. Lamar Jackson's not going away.
100%. The good call. Joe Burrow's a whole other monster. MVP.
As much as we want to shit on the Patriots, let's talk about the Seahawks a little bit, because I wish I had stuck to my guns because, as you know, Ray, since week 6, I was every week on this arguing with Eagles fans and some of the other fans that the Seahawks are the best team in the NFL and definitely the best team in the NFC. And I always said, but what did I say? I said if they played their best game, they cannot be beaten. And they didn't play their best game in this game. They played their best game probably against the Rams, and that was their Super Bowl, right? That was the Super Bowl for the Seahawks with the Rams game,
right.
And they came out on top. The Rams played fucking really well. It was a punt fumble, right? A fumble on a punt return that literally changed the game with the Seahawks, and they took advantage of it. And they faced the 4.5 point line. I wish I had stuck to my guns and bet the Seahawks all through the playoffs, but I don't bet lines, so I kind of got screwed on that one. But Sam Darnold did not play well either. Let's not sugarcoat it. Kenneth Walker, though, the tiny dancer, first running back in 28 years to win since Terrell Davis to win an MVP. 28 years. Wild stuff. I know a lot of people, I was in the JSN train. I bet JSN before the Rams game to win Super Bowl MVP at 18-1. That was everyone's hot pick because it wasn't going to be a quarterback. And we were right. It wasn't a quarterback. It just happened to be a fucking running back. And good for him. You know what? We've made a lot of jokes in the show about Kenneth Walker. Never that he was a bad player, just because he was a tiny dancer.
He did have a couple of times. I mean, I think at least one for sure, tiny dancer moment. But you know what?
There's a few.
I'm going to tell you two things. That we texted about it. That touchdown at the end from him, bullshit call. And then Darnold, if he didn't blow that touchdown to Shaheed, I very well might have pulled out the win in the fantasy playoffs. Those are two huge.
By the way, shout out Chaz. Chaz with the win. Jonathan second. Ray got third. Professional Fanatics. Me and Storey got fourth place. It was down to the wire. I did wish I had more time. I was driving home. I got home late.
I wish we had a stock like a fucking graph, dude. It was like
with 4 minutes left in the game. You guys were all within a point, and it's total points for the whole postseason. It was wild. It kept on fucking fluctuating.
I was up like 0.5 at one moment, and then someone was like point. Dude, yeah, that was great. I'm not obviously.
So shout out Chaz, congratulations, you son of a bitch.
First time I ever did that, man. That was.
Great. It was a lot of parody, in it, and that's what we wanted. And we didn't come out on top, me and Storey, but you know what? Fuck you, Travion Henderson. If we had taken Stevenson, we win the league. If we had taken Kenneth Walker, we win the league. We chose to take Travion Henderson in the third round, and it seemed like a good pick. We were right in the theory of we got 4 games out of the dude, but he's awful.
Shout out me because I fucking rate. I mean, it's myself for fucking myself, but I did pick Aaron Rodgers in the third round when I picked Jalen Hurts in the first. So I'm just saying, if I was able to get somebody else, who knows? But again,
or set your lineup week 1, you would have won. So you fucked yourself. The thing is, Ray, I'll give you some props because you fucked up in the draft. And you didn't set your lineup for the week 1, and you missed like 4 players on the bench, and you still got third place. So obviously you know ball. We all know Ray knows ball.
A bit. Need to know more.
Yeah. Mouth of the South. Here we go. What's going on, buddy? Real quick before I read this comment, Downtown Sports Gentleman, link in the description. Just he posted the Discord his interview with Imagine Dragons 13 years ago. That's hilarious interview, by the way. That looks like it was from the 90s. It was from 2012. That was like a 90s, like literally, it was like real world, like that vibe there. Mouth, you I like your facial hair there. You were an interesting character back then. Still are. Love you, man. I did say it was gonna be a defensive slog. Booty with 3 horrible misplays that would have led to points. Walker is a flash dancer now. He dances away to 100 yards plus. If Pats won, Gonzalez MVP. Christian Gonzalez played amazing. Again, Downtown Sports Boys. Link in the description. 23 platforms. Iron Eagle. They have Iron Eagle on their show a couple times a year. So once a week, easy listen, fun listen. Mouth and Beast do a great job. So appreciate you, Mouth. Kenneth Walker, yes, and Christian Gonzalez. What a game. What a game. He was the best player on the field. Would you agree with that? Mm-hmm. Maybe him or Kenneth Walker, best 2 players in the field. Kenneth Walker, we've been saying, me and Storey were saying how much of a payday he just got, like before this game, and then he comes out and wins Super Bowl MVP. And I don't know if you remember, I forget the guy's name. It was one of the Cowboys players. Cowboys cornerback got MVP, the third. I think it was the last Super Bowl they won. And he got paid like a bunch of money by the Raiders and did nothing ever. And now, I'm not saying Kenneth Walker won't, but like he was already going to get paid before this MVP performance. And again, as much as I love Kenneth Walker, there's a lot of holes in the guy's game. Not even the dancing, just the fact that Helani's playing on third downs when he's an inexperienced player. That's a red flag.
That he dropped was terrible. I know he was backpedaling and like early in the game, that little swing out.
Yeah.
But like still, dude, like you hit him right in the hands. I mean, now granted, he still probably would have dropped it because he got lit up. But I would have rather hit him catch it than get lit up. But yeah, shout out, Downtown Sports and Mouth and the Beast, bro. You guys are awesome. Thanks for having me on.
Jake says I only bet the under. I had 9 and 0 on the finale. The under hit though. The under was 45.5, so the under still did hit. And it's funny, Ray. I texted you, but actually Vegas wanted the over to hit. Thinking about it, just based on money, because it opened up at 46.5 and ended up at 45. So I think more money now. At least unless everyone hammered the over at the end, which might have been the case. But I know like up until 3 hours before game time, under had more money on it. either way, like that was a phantom holding call. Like that didn't matter for the game, but like just give Kenneth Walker his touchdown. It didn't fucking matter.
Well, dude, and if he would have slid, I would not have been as mad. You know what I mean? If he would have slid, you know how they do that? You know, like the game's over and they just sort of like, I would have not been as mad. I would have been mad, but like, in fact, he actually scored. And then they called it back. I was like, fuck myself.
Mark, mean muggin. You got closest to the score, bro. You had the biggest discrepancy. That's what it is. You had the biggest discrepancy in score. You had 11 points. Seahawks win. Nobody had more than that, and they won by was 16, 15, 16. So yeah, you won it, Mark. So you're getting a t-shirts. Once I get them all ready and I have them, I will send you a free t-shirts. Maybe this month, maybe next month. I'll let you guys know. But you won, Mark, and congratulations on that one. Mark knows ball. Again, shout out to our Canadian brethren. Mark, you're the man. Focus as the fraud Patriots showed their true colors. They really did. And again, this has been my thing about Mike Vrabel. Love Mike Vrabel, culture guy. Unreal. Like in terms of like bringing Mike Vrabel into a bad situation, like I don't know if there's many coaches I want more than Mike Vrabel to like reinvigorize a franchise. But one of his weaknesses is he's not Kyle Shanahan. He's not Sean McVay. He's not the innovative. And I don't know what that game plan was. Like, they didn't try to get the ball in the playmaker's hands at all. I saw no wide receiver screens. I saw nothing exotic. And, like, you got to slow down the pass rush at some point. And the only way to do that is to throw to the running backs, right? Throw to the tight ends, get some quick screens going, get some slants going. And it wasn't that at all because the deep ball was not going to work in this game. It just didn't work. It was just a bad game plan. And Seattle's defense is and was that fucking good.
So the real question is, what was Josh McDaniels doing? And on top of that, is Mike Vrabel, I wonder, like, I'm not going to say that he should be fired, like McDaniels be fired, but he better have some answers as to what the hell he was doing. To be honest, you know what I mean? Like, because if I'm Vrabel, you still have this guy leading your quarterback. Now, granted, he obviously led his quarterback to a second, just that close to an MVP. But it's just like crazy. But, offensive coordinators have hiccups, so they have sometimes you get beat. And Mike McDonald had a great setup today. Game plan and everything.
Blake says Larry Brown was the cornerback. You got a name we don't know because he did nothing. He just looked it up for me. Thank you, Blake. Blake is the media manager in the show. He's the man. He's my Jamie. And in a couple years, when the show really takes off, you're moving out to Illinois, my dude, and you're going to be on every show, Jamie, my Jamie. And I can't wait because it's going to make it a lot easier for me not having to produce this show while I'm doing it live. Mouse says, by the way, Society House in Brooklyn loves professional fanatics. Appreciate you, Mouse spreading the good word of the channel. And I try to spread the good word.
Love you, Mouth.
I try to spread the good word of downtown sports. Ray has been a 2-time guest. I've been a 2-time guest. Story's been on the show. It's a good show. And
love you, Mouth. You guys are good peeps.
Jake says, as a Jets fan, big up for Sam. I thought Seahawks were just so much better. They were, and again, Sam Darnold, he didn't turn the ball over, right? And he did. There was a couple questionable throws. Even the completion he had to A.J. Barner in the first quarter, that could have been a pick six. And like, one thing I love about Sam that we can't take away from him is Sam is a gunslinger. He didn't play scared in this game, and I do appreciate that from Sam Darnold. So, you know what?
And shout out first
Sam Darnold.
Shout out first USC quarterback to win a Super Bowl, right?
I would imagine so.
I think. Yeah. I could have sworn that's what they said.
Carson Palmer didn't win one. He was USC. Matt Leinart. No, Matt Leinart didn't make the playoffs, my dude. Mouth, my dude. We owe a beer chug here. By the way, Society House in Brooklyn gives a big shout out to Professional Fanatics. I gotta send you the promo video I took. I was there for their Super Bowl party. Gave me a goodie bag of weed, something, wings, pizza, salad, all the things we love. Weed, wings, pizza, salad, great time. Yeah, you sent a picture. That was awesome, man. I'm glad you had a good time. And wasn't a great Super Bowl, but I'm never the biggest fan of the Super Bowl just because it means football's ending. So for me, it's just I call the Super Bowl the New Year's Eve of football fans, right? Like everyone watches it. I much prefer the championship games. I prefer the regular season because there's just so much football, all these different nights. But man, I just wish it was a better game, but the better team won. At least there was no bullshit. The better team won. And the Seahawks, I think, were the best team this year all around the NFL. Now we can see that Sam Darnold did prove himself, and it definitely was not the Patriots. And we got Mark in here. Mark, love you, Rob, Big Ray. Gotta go to bed, but had to pop in for a post-Super Bowl show. Keep up the awesome job, guys, and I'll hop on whenever I can. Professional Fanatics to the moon. Hashtag get raid. Hashtag get raid. That is a great comment. A great guy. We love Mark. We appreciate you, my dude.
Tell me everything.
Okay, they were both here. They were both inside me. Eduardo was in my mouth and Luther was in my butt.
Oh my God, no, don't tell me everything. What? No, what?
Damn it, Bonnie.
Eduardo who?
Sanchez.
Holy shit, tell us more.
Then Luther went in Eduardo's butt for a while.
Tell us less. Tell us less.
Then they both completed on each other. I was left out of the finale.
I was left out of the finale. I love how Charlie first, of course, is just so disgusted, and then Mac
No,
is so into
don't
it.
tell us
And then immediately when his mom is the more dirty whore, he gets more disgusted.
Jonathan, Kenneth Walker scored that TD in a vacuum. I'll play that clip in a little bit. Shout out to Jonathan for second place in the league. You ready for this chug? Or you're never prepared? I'm always prepared, my man. I'm gonna do mine first, and then you can chug yours, just so we don't have any dead air. Dead air.
Dead air. There's your dead
Ooh,
air.
I am fast.
Not as fast as the Ray Vaughn.
Jake, you're right. Vrabel did his best with the team. He definitely did. This was not a Super Bowl worthy team. Drake May is a Super Bowl worthy quarterback. He's just a year too early. And this is what I was saying about the Patriots all year. That they're a year too early, but the stars aligned, the AFC crumbled. Beyond what happened in the regular season, which, Mahomes missed in the playoffs, like we mentioned, and all the other stuff that happened, Josh Allen with a broken bone in his foot. But the fact that the Broncos were kind of fraudulent too, and their quarterback gets hurt, I think the Broncos win that game with Bo Nix. And I'm not a big Bo Nix guy. The Chargers, they were healthy, right, with at least a couple offensive linemen. If Herbert was healthy, the different story. And the Texans, if CJ Stroud plays a B- game, they win that game, correct?
Dude,
he played an F. It was an F. It was the worst game ever. Like, it was
might have been F minus. So yeah,
it could be.
F-
Jay,
is pretty hard to get.
Shout out to Jay, Patreon member. Appreciate you, my dude. Is Walker a free agent? Yes, he is. He is an unrestricted free agent. I am very, very confident of that one.
They have a lot of free agents coming, man.
Here's what I was been saying all year.
They have Jason and Witherspoon are up for extensions, and then they have people like Walker are free agents. So a lot of money.
JSN has one more year. He has one more year. He's a third-year player. He has one more year.
I know, but
they're going to extend him though early. I feel like
if they're smart and not Jerry Jones, they'll lock him up this year.
Right. Yeah.
This offseason.
Yeah, Jerry Jones' ass wouldn't sign. He'd make JSN hold out because he's a fucking moron.
He'd franchise him for 2 years and then not getting anything and trade him for
I've been saying about Kenneth Walker. So Kenneth Walker's a free agent now. The Charbonnet injury changes everything because if Charbonnet was healthy, they were probably going to let Kenneth Walker walk. Now that you're not going to have Charbonnet most likely healthy until, second month of the season at best, and he's going to be coming back not 100%. These ACLs are tricky. They got to bring back Kenneth Walker. They got to run it back. They just won the Super Bowl. Like, it's going to be about $15 million a year in a 4-year contract. 4 years, $15 million a year. Is it worth it?
No, I mean, I shouldn't say no, but that's the problem, man, is that if that's true, like if they're going to give him money, then bye-bye Charbonnet, which is fine, because at this point.
Charbonnet isn't a free agent. He has one more year left on his deal.
I get that. I get that, but when he is a free agent, they're going to let him go. Because if you're signing Kenneth Walker for $15 million a year, you're signing him to at least a 3-year contract. So at that point, he's going to be gone. So I guess I'm saying that what if they did a J.K. Dobbins on the Broncos situation? Say let Walker go, and then bring somebody in like that, somebody like honestly, there's so.
I think though, here's the thing, and Seahawks fans are so loyal, and like the fact that Kenneth Walker, the Tiny Dancer, has won MVP of the Super Bowl, like that changes things. You know what I'm saying?
It'd be draft day.
He's earned the right to earn this contract. The problem is Seattle's a very smart franchise, and they have a great GM, and like he's probably not going to be worth the money that he's going to want, right? Someone's going to overpay for him, and he's still a running back, and his worth was, they really need him this year, but they can recreate Kenneth Walker and save money and reinforce this offensive line, which is going to need some reinforcing. Maybe get another playmaker in there. Jonathan says, ready for next season already. Dude, we all are. We all are, man. Thank you. We're a one super away from another chug. This might be a fun night, and I couldn't even drive home.
So what would like just for people in the audience and just for me myself as well, would we like just in terms of the Lions running backs, would we say that Kenneth Walker for the money that you'd be, and I understand that Gibbs would be getting a lot more money than Walker would, or even Charbonnet would as a free agent, obviously, because he's a top 3 running back in the league. But they're obvious, and I'm pretty sure this is an obvious comment, but it's like for the money wise, you don't like, because in general, running backs, look, my guy with the Bears, either way though, is he closer to Gibbs or Montgomery? He's closer to Montgomery because he can't run, or he can't, pass catch and all that stuff. So I'm saying paying a lot of money for somebody that you can find in the free agents or in the draft. Just something for them to think about, I guess.
Yeah, Mal's going to cover all the other sports. So we're going to still stick with NFL around here. We have a lot of good stuff. We have the Combine. We have free agency. We have the NFL draft. So that's all coming up. Plus we do a bunch of random shit in this channel as well. But if you want other football talk or other sports talk outside of NFL, Downtown Sports is your place for that kind of stuff. Blake says World Cup is the only thing to look forward to going forward till football starts back.
Whoa.
Blake, I love you.
Is nobody watching the Olympics? Come on, boys.
Oh, we don't watch the Olympics.
Boys, come on. We got world athletes all around competing. They're working their lives. Come on now. Nobody. Like, what?
Real quick,
Sean
White's
not in it. I'm sorry. That's what I would watch.
I have a funny, quick story that you're gonna love because you love Seinfeld. I gave Nick O one of my microphones. I have 3 mics here, extra, and I'm only doing live streams now, so I have an extra 2. And his audio is super janky the last couple of times on the show, so I was like, I'll give you one of my microphones, whatever. He lives on the street, so I'm like, I'll meet you at the bar, buy you a drink, and we go there, and the Olympics are on, and I was like, who the fuck watches the Olympics? And I, like making that comment, he's like, dude, I've been watching it all day. He was like smoking meats. He's like, I've been watching it all day. And I just felt like a fucking idiot, like, because I was just like, who watches the Olympics? He's like, I've been watching it all day, and it was not a great look.
And those kids who had their own ponies.
Oh, I know. I hated those kids. In fact, I hate anyone that ever had a pony when they were growing up.
I had a pony.
I love my pony.
Hey. That was me. I didn't mean a pony per se. That was me with the Olympics. And you know what? Nick O's a very patriotic individual. Yes. He's like wants America to win. I do appreciate that. There's just so much stuff, and some of it's cool. I watched it when I was a teenager, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Is my thing.
Well, dude, so what's crazy is that I have Peacock, and Peacock is they're the ones who, or whatever, it was NBC, ABC, whatever the hell they are. They're the ones running the in charge of the Olympics. So they have their own like Olympics like thing when you go to the app, and dude, it has like if you want to really love and watch the Olympics, there's everything. It's really like in a good way. It's bizarre. It has like things that were already done, replays, every country, every fucking sport broken down like into categories. Like, so if you really, Rob, you really want to watch yourself some curling, I got you, man. I'll give you the sign in. You watch yourself some late night.
That's what
curling.
Nick said on the stream last night. He's like, I saw some badass curling today. I'm like, bro, all right, we owe a chug here. Miles says, get crunk, motherfuckers. If I'm not already, let's go.
Sorry,
I'm too fast
after this beer, I'll have one locked and loaded. Little lizard.
All right, let's see.
By the way,
Blake, Mouth has some World Cup coverage coming his way as well. The guy does everything. Mouth, I don't know how. I guess he doesn't sleep because he covers all these sports. And I used to be that guy, but I'm really focused on the NFL. Obviously, my betting fantasy has proven that, and that's what I want to do because I'm going to give you guys the best information.
Talk about the corruption within the whole organization. Oh, just fucking. Because I'm saying, am I wrong? Isn't it like FIFA like the biggest corrupted sport organization, at least in the world?
I have an idea. Oh, it definitely is. The Olympics are the most corrupted historically.
Sure. No doubt.
Mouth, have Blake on your show for World Cup coverage. Look at that. See, I'm like the matchmaker over here, setting people up and getting people together.
You are.
Jonathan says for that much money, Kenneth Walker needs to be a 3-down player. And it's not that Kenneth Walker can't be a 3-down player. He can, and I feel like his pass blocking is not that bad. I don't know what the thing is. I trust Seattle's coaching staff, and they obviously know something we don't, because it's one thing to have Zach Charbonnet playing ahead of him or playing more snaps than him in the regular season and whatever. George Holani is a rookie, and George Holani is not exactly like, he's not a great pass protector. He didn't come out, that was not on his resume coming out of the draft. Like, George Holani's fine, but he's not, LaQuint Allen on the Jaguars came out as like the prototypical like 3-down back, right? A smaller, he's like James White, like a pass blocker that can plus that, but like this is not George Holani. So that's the problem with Kenneth Walker, is he's losing snaps to George Holani. So, dude, the talent's off the charts. And here's the nice thing about Kenneth Walker is he doesn't have that much tread in his tires, because he's been splitting work his whole career. He's missed a lot of games. So it's not like, a David Montgomery type who is just getting like David Montgomery, if he was a free agent, like, what are you going to give for him, right? Dave Montgomery is just getting destroyed game in, game out, running through the line, right? And Kenneth Walker does not have that on his tires. So like, I think Kenneth Walker could still be a value. The problem is, the 5-game sample size that he's going to get paid on is not worthy, because we have a 4-year sample size of Kenneth Walker, and they're going to pay him more. They're going to pay him due to what he did the last 5 games, opposed to what he did the first 4 years. I think it's somewhere in the middle, right? Because his talent, he's a $12 million running back, not a $16 million running back.
But here's the thing too, man, to be honest, like, unless you have a guaranteed stud top, not even like barely, when I say this, barely fringe top 10, when I say that, meaning like on the back end, like it's like 8 to 10, that's barely fringe top 10. I'm saying when I'm in this conversation, but more importantly, someone who's a guaranteed 7 to 1 overall running back in the league for everything that they can do for blocking, pass block, pass rushing, or I'm sorry, pass block, just everything in general. You can find running backs in the draft and just keep drafting them year in and year out, like, and just fill holes instead of spending a lot of money on a position that, unless you have a guaranteed absolute stud who is well-rounded, which, Kenneth Walker isn't. So to spend a lot of money, I'm just saying, like, for them, if they're not about to spend a lot of money, which we know they will on Witherspoon and JSN, do you want to take that risk of spending a lot of money? And I'd rather just franchise tag him, to be honest, at this point, Rob.
There you go. Yeah. And here's the upside, though. If the Seahawks resign him, I like it more than another team, because, running backs are luxury items. You know what I'm saying? Right. And the Seahawks have that luxury of, it's like the one player away thing. And losing him might not be worth it. Where, like, if a team like, I'm trying to think of an average team, the Cardinals, right? Like, the Cardinals, if they don't trust Trey Benson, they bring him in for $16 million for 4 years. Like, dude, that's not worth it, because you could spend that money better elsewhere. The Seahawks, their defense doesn't need a lot of help, right? Their offensive line could use a little bit of stuff, but, like, dude, Gray Zabel's amazing. They have enough infrastructure.
How about a better team with the Bills, with Cook? I know you're not the biggest. I know you love Cook, or like him at least, so you don't have the biggest fan of him. So I'm saying somebody like them would you be a fan of them giving him like a $20+ million year contract compared to just?
No, absolutely not. They have more holes. They have Josh Allen. That's all they have.
But I mean, that's on the table for them, man. That's the situation they're in right as we speak. You know what I mean? So that's
we got Jake. Shout out Jake. Hold on, real quick. Shout out Jake. Appreciate you, my dude. Jake, you gotta look into the Patreon, look into the Discord. I know you've been on here for a while. We appreciate you. Join the goddamn community. Thank you for the super, my guy.
Love it, man.
He needs some help here. We need to talk him off the ledge. Jets fan here. I watched the Bills. Leave us post-it note. Mo Green knocked out for Bledsoe. It's the Sam Darnold thing. That's why the Jets fans need to be sad, because Sam Darnold, like, third overall pick, like, they didn't give him a chance. It's not they didn't give him a chance. They gave him enough games, but the Jets just fuck everyone. They fuck their quarterbacks. Now Zach Wilson never had a chance.
But Jake, that's where you need to understand. As a Bears fan, just broke my voice there. As a Bears fan, it's the same shit, man. I'm in the same boat with you until literally this year with Ben Johnson and Caleb. Like, year in, year out, except that little bit of time with Lovey, and we didn't have good quarterbacks at all, if you remember. Like, I understand your pain. You just, like, first off, unfortunately, you guys have the worst owner in the league. Woody Johnson is just literally, like, it's a joke. It's unfortunately, like, until he's gone, which he's part of Johnson and Johnson, pharmacy. Like he ain't going nowhere. He's one of the richest people in the world. It's like, yeah. I mean, I'm sorry because I feel it, man. Like, unfortunately, I'm gonna tell you
know who
right
he
now,
is? He's that dumb person in your fantasy league that like is always in there, and like he's your friend, and like he's close to all the main guys, the commissioner, and you can't kick him out because he's always at the draft party. And the owners they have to take themselves out essentially. The fans can't get him out, the league can't get him out, and just because like this fantasy league player is so close to the top 4 people in the league, but he's so bad that he actually like ruins the integrity of the league. That's Woody Johnson. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like he's bad, he doesn't win. Like, he actually does dumb things that ruins. And like, if we're talking about redraft, let's say this is a dynasty. Like, you can't have people like that in your dynasty league because it upsets the tiers, right? Like he does dumb things. He trades away his draft picks. He causes other teams to have great things. And Sam Darnold now was given away for free. It's not just Sam Darnold. There's multiple guys. It's Geno. It's Baker Mayfield. And look where those guys were drafted. Geno drafted by the Jets. Baker Mayfield drafted by the Browns. They were just gifted these quarterbacks.
But one thing is there's a major difference is that as a Bears fan, and Rob, tell me if I'm wrong, we've been telling ourselves for years we just need Virginia McCaskey. God rest her soul. She was a good woman, but she was stubborn as hell. I'm just saying, and anybody has a great-grandmother or grandmother that was born in the World War II era or prior, they're just stubborn. I'm saying they're just stubborn-ass old ladies. That's what Virginia McCaskey was. She was just a stubborn-ass old lady. I'm in charge. This is how it goes. I'm saying, she passed away. Again, God rest her soul. But what I'm just getting at is that she died. And then, I think Kevin Warren was here before she died, but he came in. And then she died. And then Ben Johnson came in. And the whole culture changed. I'm saying, fuck the Packers. Dude, when she was alive, Ben, we were on the Hard Knocks. She did not want one swear word to be said on that whole HBO show. Are you kidding me? I'm saying she dies.
Yeah, that's pretty lame.
But my parallel to this is that Woody Johnson ain't going nowhere health-wise. So you might be in for the long haul. So just hope that you win the lottery of the Bulls with Derrick Rose. Just hope for that. Because honestly, the Jets with Woody Johnson is just it's a sad situation. I mean, I feel bad because dude, they have good fucking fans. It's just
anytime I hear someone say you said that McCaskey for years, the statement for years always makes me think about Superbad where he's buying the beer. He's like, yeah, I've been buying this for years. I've been drinking this for years. I heard they recently added more hops to it.
I brought a little bottle of spermicidal lube, too.
And one little bottle of spermicidal lube?
Yeah, one little bottle of spermicidal lube.
Evan, that's psycho shit, man.
It's not.
It's like Charles Manson shit. What do you think Becca's gonna be psyched that you brought a bottle of lube? Oh, Evan, thank you for bringing that lube for my pussy. I never would have been able to handle your fucking 4-inch dick inside my pussy without that gigantic bottle of lube.
Always top notch, always top notch.
Mouth, I know I am pretty elite. Mouth says Kenneth Walker to the Chiefs if they don't draft Love. So Kenneth Walker to the Chiefs would be an ideal situation for fantasy for the Chiefs. Let's hope we don't get that because we don't want the Chiefs doing well. No. Yeah. So I might want to look at this up real quick. This is the draft board. We have Chiefs at 9.
Whoa.
So that would be the 9th. That's actually pretty fair.
I'm shocked. Whoa, that dude.
What?
I like seeing things, Rob. There's something that is weird about this. The Bears aren't on that. Top 18 pick.
I know. It's been a long time, man.
I don't think I've seen that. And mind you, oh my God, the Lions and the Vikings are on there. Oh my goodness. And you know what? I'm so happy for the Vikings. You know what? Fuck the Vikings. I'm so happy for them that they let Darnold go. He wins a Super Bowl, and they're talking about bringing back Kirk Cousins, man. Good luck with that. But you know what? He might be okay. He might be able to get them to the playoffs. So we'll give them that. But you know what?
I would rather, if I was the Chiefs, I would much rather draft an offensive lineman at 9 or a defensive player at 9 and sign Kenneth Walker. Because, I know that's a luxury pick, but, you don't need that.
No.
Mal says Geno, then Darnold, waiting for Zach Wilson to go to Seattle and reinvigorate his career and get a check. You know what's going to be the funniest thing ever is if, now I don't think it's going to happen because I don't have a lot of hope for Zach Wilson. I have more hope for Anthony Richardson, believe it or not. But Zach Wilson, like, I think this is a cautionary tale of, like, someone should give Zach Wilson a chance. That's why it was wild that the Dolphins didn't give Zach Wilson a chance this year because, like, what were the Dolphins doing? Like, you know, like the rookie, the clown from Texas, Quinn Ewers is terrible. I'm telling you, Quinn Ewers, I watched the Texas film. He's bad. He was a late round pick. Like Zach Wilson was a top 3 pick, number 2 overall, I believe. So like Zach Wilson's still like 23 years old, and someone should probably sign Zach Wilson. All these guys, Will Levis, Zach Wilson, Richardson. When you're a hopeless franchise, like you need someone that could be a beyond free reclamation project, right?
Right.
And these are the guys. Like Quinn Ewers ain't that dude. I can tell you that much. He has no draft capital. He's not good. Like Gino, Darnold, like these are examples. Baker are examples of it's tried and true, man. And Sam Darnold, again, shout out Sam Darnold. Congratulations, man. I know he got a lot of shit about the bullshit that happened last year with the Vikings. That was not just on him, right?
First 2018 quarterback to win. Over Lamar.
First what?
Over Josh Allen. First quarterback of the 2018 quarterback class to win a Super Bowl over Lamar, over Josh Allen, and over Baker. Ooh. Congrats to him.
Look at Ray bringing out the fucking goodies, bro. That's a great stat. That's wild. What are the odds of that? Like 2 years ago, what are the odds on that?
Dude, I'm saying
the odds of that would be 100,000 to 1.
You know that. I mean, I don't know. I don't know this, but I'm sure you could go to Vegas on draft day. You know what I mean, and put a bet down on a quarterback that you love. Be like, all right, I want to put $1,000. This guy will win the first Super Bowl out of the class. It's a futures bet. I don't know if they do that because that's literally it could be a decade. You know, if none of them win it, and all of a sudden a guy does Doug Williams. You know, back in 1987 or 1986, or the hell was for the Redskins is a backup quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like, just a random.
You know who Colin Cowherd would have put his bet on a quarterback winning a couple of years ago?
If
you can know this joke, you know your shit.
No,
it's a joke. It's a joke.
It's
Dwayne Haskins. Dwayne Haskins.
Oh yeah, he did. He did.
Look at this. This is Laurence Olivier in Othello, and this is James Earl Jones. Now look at how close they look.
Look at that. James Earl Jones doing a great blackface.
James Earl Jones has a blackface. He's a black man.
He's not black.
Of course he's black.
He was Darth Vader.
Darth Vader was black?
No,
see, okay, there we go.
Darth Vader was not black. They took the mask off. He was white.
That's the best part. Darth Vader wasn't black when he took his mask off. He was white. It's like,
all right, we owe another chug. And Ray, sit this one out. Keep on eating. You want to do another one?
I got we're
all
ready.
Right, let's go. All right, here we go. Wow. All right, we'll get to everyone's questions here in a second. Keep on load them in there, guys. It's gonna be a fun show. Last show of the 2025 fantasy season. I'm gonna hit you guys with the intro while I grab a beer.
You just got fucking radio, yeah.
Also, real quick, since Ray is eating, we love that. I want to see what we got going on here. What do you got, Ray?
Well, got some remnants of we got some asparagus, baked potato, steak, and then I made a mushroom sauce, a mushroom steak sauce.
Wow.
Get at me.
That's good stuff. All right, let's get to these questions because we are way behind. Blake says Summer Olympics better than Winter Olympics. I would agree with that one.
Oh, big time. It's not even close.
Sure.
Unless Sean White is doing the pipe. He's laying pipe.
Jay asked what happened to JSN tonight. I want to phrase it like this: JSN's disappeared. They haven't needed him, right? And he got a little banged up, and it was what it is. But like, he had one really big game against the Rams, and then the last 2 out of the last 3 games in the fantasy season was rough. Playoffs was rough. All-time epic season though, but not even based on draft. If he was the second overall pick, he would have returned value. He was a 3rd-round pick, but this offense, is not. Doesn't need to do a lot. The defense is elite. So, like, is this concerning to you for JSN if he's going to be a 3rd overall pick next year?
I would just like to see who they're going to bring in as the offensive coordinator, especially with Kubiak leaving.
Right?
Is he going to take? I'm saying I would assume he's going to gut the whole offensive system. The coaching staff. So now of course, if the Seahawks offer whoever his right-hand man is a lot of money to run to stay and continue to run the system that he laid down that they did, I would be a little more. Again, it just all depends, man. I don't know. It's hard because, as we know, when you're a defensive coach, this is exactly what happens. So we'll just see what they do. Again, though, JSN has proven himself to be matchup proof. He can do he lines up everywhere. And he's ascending. Dude, how old is he? Was he 23, 24? Maybe he's 25. Like, you don't really start hitting your real prime until you're mid to late 20s. So, still room to prove.
I'm just speaking strictly of the top five. The top 5 pick in fantasy, where it's like volume is king to a point. It's not everything. Justin Jefferson proved that, but can you return? Is there better options? Right? Like, are you going to have some of these games where, like, the funny thing is, up until week 14 in fantasy football, JSN had no stinkers. Remember the one game he had a stinker was like a 4 for 50? Other than that, it was literally 90 yards and a touchdown, or a touchdown every game in PPR scam. And then it was the last 6 weeks, including playoff Super Bowl, was not that at all. It was quite the opposite.
The ball more.
Yeah, kind of Walker emerging. Mouth, I can guarantee you Blake knows his shit. Blake can hang. I just tell you that much. He can hang.
Yeah,
Jake says, I still think Breece is better than Walker. That's a good one. What do you think, Breece Hall or Kenneth Walker? I think Breece Hall is a more well-rounded running back than Kenneth Walker. I trust Breece Hall. Breece Hall is also extremely young. Breece Hall is like 24 years old, dude. Maybe 25. Someone fact-check that for me, but very young. Who do you want, Breece Hall or Kenneth Walker? Mind you, Kenneth Walker's been banged up in his career, but no major injuries. Breece Hall had an ACL.
So I'm going to go with Breece Hall because, first off, since you just mentioned injury, here's the thing. Breece Hall is just now that much more time away from his injury, from his ACL. And people who have had ACL injuries, no matter what position they are, every year you get away from it, especially when you're young, you get stronger and stronger, and you just get better and better. With Kenneth Walker, exactly what you just said, he gets banged up every single year. Doesn't necessarily miss long term because of major injury. It's just waiting to happen. I understand to your point, like you said earlier, though, he hasn't been used as much, but running backs, especially when they get older, it's gonna be bound to happen at some point. So I would go with Breece Hall, especially because he can catch, and he's faster, and he's younger.
GT Jets just kill top prospects. That is damn straight, dude. Jets are a joke. And all that being said, I love what the Jets did this season, is in last season from the trades, right? Trading Sauce Gardner, biggest fleece in the history of the world that I saw. They got Adonai Mitchell on top of 2 firsts. Fucking amazing. Quinn Williams, I feel like they got pretty good value for him. So as long as the Jets can draft accordingly, if they can just draft average, right? Not good. They don't need to hit home runs. Just restructure your roster, and they will be contenders in a couple years. But again, this is it's the Jets, so we can't say they will. I doubt they will, but if you give a competent GM, a competent franchise, the equity they have in the draft, and their roster is not terrible, they'll be fine. And the thing is, they might trade for Kyler Murray.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah, they might do that.
They aren't the Chicago Bulls, okay? I'd rather be the New York Jets than the Chicago Bulls right now. That's all I'll say. I know, completely different sport, but more or less, I'm just saying. Front offices who don't know what the fuck they're doing with a horrible owner, the Jets are in a better position at this point because they got a better coach in front office than the Bulls do. So don't worry. It's always worse out there.
Mouth makes a good point, though. They are completely incompetent in New York there, and the Giants are in a much better spot. I mean, not just because Jackson Dart, like that's a big feather in their cap, but by the way, shout out to the Giants for that Jackson Dart trade. That was they got their guy, and it's hard to get your guy in the end of the first round in this specific draft, and they did. So Jake says, Baker, I want him for the Jets just because he had the personality for the Jets. Darnold never had a shot. Baker can play in a big city. Baker is a FU kind of guy, and Darnold's a soft spoken. He can get a little bit flustered, I guess you'd say. But the thing is, Seattle was a great spot for Darnold, because so was Minnesota, right? I just saw with both teams, and it's a good football towns, but like the spotlight's not on you when you're on those towns. This is not New York. This is not Chicago. This is not Pittsburgh, right? Pittsburgh, a small town, but a big football town. And good for him. I'm very happy for Sam Darnold, and I never had anything against him. And the funniest thing is we rip on the Jets about all these things. Like, think about the Panthers. The Panthers had Baker and Sam Darnold under roster, and they had Baker running. What was it? What was he running? He wasn't playing quarterback on the practice squad. It was some like weird. Was it offensive line? He was doing something weird.
I can't remember.
And like they had both those guys, and neither of them. They were starting PJ. They were starting PJ Walker. What are we talking about here, dude? I like PJ Walker. I think PJ Walker deserves a shot, but like. These dudes were top 5 picks. Well, number 1 and number 2. Or number 1 and number 3.
Right. I'm also asking, though, I wasn't even trying to be an ass. Like, do you know where he's at?
PJ Walker? No, he should have been on the Browns, but that seems like a good spot for him, the Browns. I feel like. Rico Rice says, Gary, come home. I think he's talking about my Gary Gaetti jersey.
Yeah, Gary Gaetti.
His home is in Illinois. He's from Centralia, Illinois. I'm the biggest Gary Gaetti fan ever, hence why he is in the forefront. No, I wish I did. I would have probably sucked him off, but
you can. If he lives in Illinois still, you can stalk him and find him.
No, he's from Illinois. I don't know if he maybe he's back. He's probably back in his hometown, but I know he's from Illinois, right?
Oh, well, he's long gone then.
Jake says tonight I might disagree because how good Walker played. I think Breece is better once he gets off the Jets. Zach is legit bad. Those Jet fans, I love Darnold and rooted for him. It's a tough one. I think it's a wash, honestly. I think Kenneth Walker is definitely the more elite player, prospect, like talent-wise, but Breece Hall has more intangibles, right? Like Breece Hall is more of like, I think Breece Hall is a better spot for the Chiefs. Miles brought up the Chiefs for those running backs. I think that's why I wanted the Chiefs to trade for Breece Hall this year for many reasons. Like Breece Hall is confirmed a 3-down back, right? Like he's trusted in pass pro. He gets the yards that are blocked for him, which Kenneth Walker doesn't always do. And the worry though is that, like I said, Breece Hall has an ACL, right? And Kenneth Walker has nagging injuries, but it's never been a major injury for Kenneth Walker. So he's gonna get a fucking bag, dude. Bag.
I'm just saying, man, that if Breece Hall is younger, which he is, and again, they get stronger as they go, and he's an elite receiver compared to Kenneth Walker. We're talking man ratings. Kenneth Walker has a catch rating of like what I just saw today and just his numbers, a 45, 50, where where if lower, that would be nice to say 50. We're talking Breece Hall's like a 75 or 70. You know what I mean? Like,
Kenneth Walker has good receiving numbers based on yardage, but like his hands aren't great. He's not savvy. Like Breece Hall led the NFL in receiving for running backs in a season. That's the difference, right? Like Breece Hall is and the pass blocking. Breece Hall, not a great pass blocker, but above average, trusted.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to Blake. Shout out to my media manager, Blake Brick Flair.
Shout
Blake.
out, brother.
He's heading out for the night, but he's just very happy he got in this community, and we appreciate you. And I actually remember the first show Blake was on, the first stream he was on, and it was the show where I hit that giant. You weren't even here yet, Ray, but in terms of the streams, but I hit the giant Joe Burrow. No, it wasn't Joe Burrow. It was the week 1. It was that first touchdown scorer, Dalton Kincaid. It was $10 to win $1,800, right? And he watched that stream. I remember him talking, and the next night, I remember we had a whole conversation of building a parlay. We built a parlay together with the group, and I chose Caleb Williams for Monday Night Football. It was Week 1 against the Vikings, right? First touchdown score, 20-1. Caleb hit, and that's why he's told me, he's like, that's why I got it. He's like, you literally showed me this ticket of $10 to win $1,800, and then the next night you chose Caleb Williams 20-1. And I haven't hit a lot of those since. I've hit 3 giant parlays this year, but again, I'm not a parlay guy, as you know, Ray. But like he was just like, okay, this guy knows his shit, and those are more lucky than good, I guess. But it was a stretch that I got a lot of subscribers on, and we've just been crushing all year. The bets, the fantasy takes, we're gonna continue crushing because that's what we do. That's what I do, man. I rely on this shit. This is my job. Like, not even just a podcast, but like I was in the golf business, so like my thing is my winter job has always been fantasy and gambling on NFL in particular, and obviously, I have a home and I have electricity. This is not a green screen where I'm in an alley with a cardboard box. Not a nice house, right? You see my house; it's pretty shitty.
I've seen your box.
I don't live well.
It's a pretty legit setup.
Yeah, it is. Daniel says, "Happy Sunday, sup everyone." It's still no, actually, it's Monday technically, but happy Sunday to you, my dude. Let's see. Jake says Walker looked amazing with the workload he got tonight. Breece, and maybe this is my Jets fan Copes. I think he will be a top 5 running back on a real team. He can do everything. That's Breece can do everything, I think is what he's saying. Breece can do everything. Jake said, I think they wanted to stop JSN tonight with one of the best defenses in the league. I would have made Walker beat me in a full workload, also taken away JSN. The thing is, it's hard to take JSN away. And it's not like the thing is, Christian Gonzalez didn't take JSN away, right? Their scheme did. And that's the beauty of JSN. That's why the counter to what I was saying about worrying about JSN with some of the other stuff is that he can't be taken away by a shadow coverage. You can't, because you line up in the backfield. He's in motion. He's in the slot. He's never playing X.
He's not like an X. He's not a Y. He's not a slot. He's everywhere, man. Like, he is tough to cover. You know what I mean? Because let's put it this way: if they put Christian Gonzalez on him all day, just to shadow him, they would have got beaten worse, in my opinion. Because I think Rashad Shaheed would have had at least one big bomb, instead of one chance at a big bomb like he had today. Am I wrong? I mean,
Raiders are on the clock, but they're not on the clock. Raiders are on the clock. They're taking Mendoza. It's a done deal.
I mean,
unless they trade it, which I think they should trade it personally. That's just me. I would trade it if you can get a haul, like an ultimate haul. I would trade it. Always trade it, man. Am I weird for saying that?
Yeah, we just went through this with the fucking Bears 2 years ago. The haul. Keep Justin Fields, the haul. I'm just saying. You can't get over your skis sometimes. Let's put it this way. I'll believe Tom Brady. If Tom Brady believes in Mendoza, I'll leave it at that. I guess that's easiest explanation. I can just leave it for you. For my words.
Here's the difference.
Bigger long thing.
Here's the difference is that Caleb Williams, right, and whether you believe him or not, that was an all-time draft class. Like coming out, it's turning out to be Drake May, Jaden Daniels, Caleb, Bo Nix. Like, it was an all-time draft class. This is not an all-time draft class. It's Mendoza and nothing, right? Next year appears to be another one of these all-time draft classes where you might have your pick of the litter or you have more shots at it. So if you can extend that one more year and guarantee yourself in the lottery, so to speak, right? Top 3 pick, you're going to get another, and the thing is, do we trust the Raiders to make Mendoza the best he can be? That's all I'm saying. If you can get like 3 firsts and trade down to 8, I would take that in a heartbeat because 3 firsts are very valuable. I like Mendoza. I think Mendoza's fine. I think he's good.
Not getting 3 firsts, first off, so you can just go ahead and throw that idea out the fucking window.
If you trade down to like 8, you can.
No, nobody's doing that. That's just not going to happen. Sorry.
Travis Hunter. Look at the Travis Hunter trade, man. That was for Travis Hunter. This is Mendoza.
Yeah, a guy who plays 2 positions. Offense, defense.
Poorly, I may add. That's the wrong one. Hold on. We have the Saints. No, the Saints won't do it. Okay, yeah, I guess.
So does
all right.
6.
Well, Cleveland they like Shador. All right. Well, we could talk about this all day.
They actually like
By the
Shador?
way, I got to show.
That's real.
I got to show my boy. This is Big Ray. Show Bears fandom right here. Big Ray at the Bears Packers game. This dude, Jake, you're talking about your Jets fandom. Just so you know, we're Bears fans, and it hasn't been as bad as the Jets. But again, you guys have some good years. The Bears have been pretty rough, and Big Ray and all of his fucking glory there, like, it's a thing. It's a thing, and don't keep your head up. I guess is the point, because I actually like what you're doing. I really do like what you're doing. Your owner's a fucking clown, though. So. Jax is I'm the biggest Jets fan.
No, I don't think.
No, you will be contenders. It's the NFL. You will be contenders. The Commanders were one game away from the Super Bowl last year. The Commanders, the worst. They're probably a worse franchise than the Jets.
No, but Jake, what you need to understand what I'm talking about. Oh no, 100%, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah, like anything can happen. I'm just more Jake. What I'm getting at is that you do have the worst owner in the league. If you're not going to sit there and like look in the mirror and accept that, Jerry Jones. Woody Johnson, like the Caskies were right there. I mean, they could still be right there, but we technically haven't won shit. We had one good year. So, I mean, I'm not going to take their ass out of the frying pan. You know what I mean? Like, and they're, the Browns owners, I don't know who the hell they are, but they're clearly awful. Like, there's a reason that those four teams, this is the Cowboys, the Cowboys haven't been in the shithole. But, dude, Rob, when was the last time we went to the NFC Championship game? Was it 96?
Well, yeah, since the Super Bowl, really. I don't think they've been there since the Super Bowl. 90,
so I'm just saying, like,
yeah.
I don't care. I don't give a shit. Anything the Cowboys fans want to talk to me, blah, 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 blah. I'm saying my sister's a Cowboys fan. And I always tell her, you'll still end up where I'm at as a Bears fan. Say all you want. And what happens every fucking year because the owner is a fucking clown. Same with Woody Johnson. He's a clown. Like, I like the
he
Jets.
might as well just be passed out, man. Can I do would you like the halftime show tonight, Ray?
Not sure. Didn't see it, so.
Did you watch the All-American halftime show?
Turned it on, but didn't really, again, didn't really watch anything, but yeah, I turned that on over that. But again, because I told you.
So can I do 3 minutes? Can I do 3 minutes in the halftime show? You're gonna like this. So we had it on. I was at my sister-in-law's, Erica's sister's house, and we had the both dual screens because I wanted to keep the Super Bowl on, and it was hilariously like put to where like the Super Bowl was on the left, the performance, and then the All-American on the right, which is just so it actually is what it was, right? It was a left Super Bowl halftime, it was a right Super Bowl halftime. And as you know, Ray, I am not political. I don't give a fuck about any of it. I think all y'all are crazy. And I don't know anything about Bad Money, okay? Don't know anything about Bad Money until he was named the Super Bowl, halftime show.
Bad Bunny. You just said money.
Money, Bunny, whatever. Yeah, it's Bunny. He sucks. So I'm watching this shit, and I did some research, and I didn't realize he sings all in Spanish, and it's awful. And whatever. So I'm watching the American one. That's fine. I'm watching this one, and it's just all a bunch of Latino people, which is okay. That's cool. It's all in Spanish. All in Spanish. And the left and right thing is so apparent. And what they don't realize is their whole market is like middle-aged white dudes that like are not gonna like this shit. And like even me, I don't give a fuck. I just want good music. And the halftime show always sucks. So fucking bad. And like, it's in Spanish.
Come again? You know I don't speak Spanish. In English, please.
Dude, like, to be honest, that's why I didn't watch it, because I knew I wouldn't understand a goddamn word he was saying.
And on top of all of that, Ray, he's terrible. He is like the he's the Latin bloodhound gang. He's just talking, and I don't know what he's saying, and like there's the beat. It's just bad. It's fucking bad. Bad Bunny, you fucking suck, bro.
This guy sucks. This guy sucks.
So I'll just tell you one thing. Of course, there were people.
This guy sucks. This guy sucks.
Mega people found video of this guy apparently recently within the last year. He was at a concert. His auto-tune went out. And he just thought he was that good to sing. Now, mind you, I'm sure the video was altered to a point to make him sound that much worse. But I would be willing to bet without his auto-tune, like I'm saying, Rob, I'll send you the video. Like, again, I'm sure it may be altered to a point, but it's you and I would be able to sell golden records without auto-tune compared to this guy.
It's like karaoke. It's like karaoke. It's awful. Back. And I dug deeper into this, Ray. I dug deeper in this, and just like, again, as you know, Ray, tell everyone, what do I lean? Do I lean left or right? What do I lean? I don't give a fuck. That's the point. And it's all in Spanish. It's all in Spanish. All in Spanish, right? So I was like, okay, so I understand the Super Bowl is not exactly an American thing. Football is an American thing, and the Super Bowl is, global and worldwide. Okay,
right.
Congratulations. That's cool. But also, this is America, and we should probably celebrate America and maybe have it in our native language. What percentage of people you think in this country speak Spanish? Legally.
If I had to guess, it's probably something around like 30 to 40%. Maybe 30.
Dude, 18%. 18%. 18%. 13 or 14% of Americans. That's their main language.
Roger Goodell didn't read the
18%.
Roger Goodell.
What are they doing? What are they doing? And my dad texts me, and like he is a conservative, but like he's pretty open minded like me. We don't give a fuck about any of this shit. Yeah, he was at this bar in Arizona, and he's like, everyone's so pissed because like. I don't want I don't speak Spanish, and like, what are we doing?
Come again? You know I don't speak Spanish. In English, please.
Rob, more importantly, did you not see the video? There's a viral video that he was a younger white guy who was a conservative, independent journalist, but he was at the Super Bowl or the Super Bowl week, whatever. Maybe the NFL honors. Yeah, that's where he was at because there were all different teams that were not the NFL, Super Bowl teams. Was the NFL honors. This kid walked up to all these different guys. I'll find the video and send it to you again because it is all people we all know, all major people. And they're like, dude, what's your favorite Bad Bunny song? And they're like, of course, they're all black dudes. They're like, I don't listen to Bad Bunny. Man, they ain't my shit. But like, I had no idea. Man, I don't speak Spanish. I don't listen to that. None of these,
dude, I don't care either way. I didn't know who the guy was. I hate halftime show in general. They're always terrible. Right. It's literally pre-recorded shit. I'm a musician. I like real music. I don't care. I'm just saying, to have the lyrics be in a different language, what are we doing? What are we? And I'm not this show. Right. Again, I'm not. I hate politics, bro. I
love Spanish people, dude. It's just like, read the room. Like, we don't speak Spanish as a fucking country, bro. It's just like, what are you doing? Like,
it's
seriously,
weird.
Like,
it's weird. It's divided. It's upsetting. It's upsetting because it's like, were they trying to send a message? And
yes.
What's the message? Like, but what's it's not a good message.
You and I are racist because we're white. That's literally the main message. Like, I hate to be that guy, but it's just like, they're like, Rob, you and I are bad guys, even though like you and I can meet any fucking person and be nice to them because it's like you and I are nice people until they do something to us. But no, because what they just see our face, bleh. It's like, no, not bleh. I get to know me. And
the point is, it's also bad music. The music's not good. He's not good. It's fucking awful.
This guy sucks. This guy sucks.
If it was Michael Jackson, good, whole different conversation.
Oh, dude, no. Ricky Martin should have done it. Let's just have Ricky Martin do it. Ricky Martin was on there.
Dude,
give me Ricky Martin. Dude, I love Ricky Martin. Dude, Ricky Martin's awesome.
Dude, millennials would have fucking eaten that shit up like it was Backstreet Boys, dude.
By the way, Ricky Martin looks amazing, bro. Dude, how old is Ricky Martin? Can someone look that up for us? How old Ricky Martin is? Because that dude, it looks like $1 million. He's Tom Brady level, like aging. And Ricky 54.
Martin, he did New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve is his birthday. 71.
That dude looks younger than me. Like, I'm 37. Like, what the fuck? Ricky Martin. Why not just have Ricky Martin do it? Can we do that?
Oh, yeah.
You know who we should have just had, though? Yeah, right? You know who we should have just had? You know, we were all pissed about the Super Bowl halftime, right? Most of us, I think. I hope. We should have just had Taylor Swift. If we want to get pissed about it, let's just have Taylor Swift, who we all hate. Could we just have Taylor Swift, who at least has NFL ties, right? And Kelsey can come on there with his dumbass beard. And can we have that? Can we just have Taylor Swift on the halftime show at that point? Because Taylor Swift's very popular. Let me ask you this, Ray. Is Taylor Swift, who's more popular, Taylor Swift or Bad Bunny?
It's not even close. It's Taylor Swift because it's a dumb
There
question.
you go.
I mean,
or Drake or one of these fucking guys.
Well, first off, here's the big thing, Rob. NFL fans have Taylor Swift fatigue. The NFL would tank the halftime show ratings if they put Taylor Swift on there. People fucking hate. I'm telling you, like, talk to chat. Tell me if I'm wrong. The average NFL fan was sick and tired of the fucking Taylor Swift NFL fucking ties. We're not fucking tweens, bro. Like, I don't give a shit. Fuck her. Like, she's not even that good. She looks like a goddamn mouse. Hot take. Whoa, get at me. Fuck her.
Who's that? Taylor Swift looks like a mouse?
She's a fucking demon. Get her out of here. She's fucking.
Yeah, she ain't that hot. I mean, she's
a mouse.
She's like an 8.
Take a
bro.
picture of her.
At best an 8. I think a 7.
7?
Yeah.
Look,
I tell you, my wife.
Boys, look at my jugs, and I'm going to tell you, she's a 3. There you go.
You think is Erica sexier than Taylor Swift? My wife.
By a mile.
There you go.
Taylor Swift.
She's a very sexy lady. She's a very attractive lady. You can see her right there. She's very pretty.
You just pointed at
that's John Goodman. I pointed at John Goodman's hotter than Taylor Swift, bro.
You just Erica.
Did you watch the TPUSA one or whatever with Kid Rock?
Yeah, and Kid Rock was definitely lip singing. Good for him. Fuck it.
No, actually, what's funny is Kid Rock lip synced Ball with the Ball, but he did not lip sync the song that wasn't his.
No, you're right. That's what it was. I know he lip synced Ball to the Ball. But you're right.
The Ball with the Ball was so lip synced, bro. What the fuck was that? What was that?
The lyrics were going. I was laughing.
He wasn't even talking. It was just like, what the fuck?
But you know what? He got that crowd going like a motherfucker. But you know, to your point, the one that he actually had the violinist come out, the more intimate, serious song, he actually did sing that one. But the Balls of the Ball, like that was as bad as as what was his name? Ashley Simpson on SNL. You might as well have the same shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
start doing the dance.
Hey, you know what I mean? I watched it and I did have fun watching it, but that was
it was fine. The point is they were both ridiculous. They were both ridiculous. It was such an example of what's going on here. I'm not trying to get too political, but it's like,
no, I'm with you.
Can we just have entertainment? Yes. Why does politics have to get involved in entertainment?
Sports say sports, music say music.
Yes, thank you. The fuck?
Education say education, politics say politics, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Food say food, everything. Just stay your lane. Move it along, you know? But nope. Everything's all just why? I don't know.
Miles says Bad Bunny is literally the #1 selling artist in the world. That's why I Do was booked. My kids that rap Spanish are better though.
Yeah,
apparently he is. I'm just telling you. I'm obviously stuck in my United States Midwestern like bubble that I didn't know who Bad Bunny was. I'm not lying to you. Right? You know I'm a musician, bro. I love music. I don't like new music that much, but I had never heard of the motherfucker until he was booked for the Super Bowl. So call me an idiot. You can do it. I'll say I'm an idiot.
The newest rapper
I'm glad I haven't heard. I would never listen to that music because it's awful. It's awful.
I'm saying, who's the newest rapper?
I know all the guys. I know Drake. I know.
No, okay.
I don't listen to rap, but I like Tupac. Tupac's badass.
You're literally making my point. Like Mount,
94.
This guy. No, I mean, I'm with you though, dude. Like I don't listen to new rap music at all.
But
like,
Bad Bunny's not a rapper. He's not a rapper. What is he? He's. It's not pop. That's not pop though. That's not pop that I listen to. That's Bloodhound Gang in Spanish.
Pop rap Spanish. Spanish pop rock. I don't even know. Like, not good.
It's Bloodhound Gang. It's Bloodhound Gang in Spanish, for sure.
Frank is the brains and you're just the looks now? And I'm still the wild card, so that's good.
No. Guys, we're forsaking the group dynamic, okay? And truthfully, Charlie, come on. I mean, nobody wants a wild card, okay? It doesn't make any sense. We don't want a maniac in our group, but there's no benefit to it. I feel like you just agreed with me, but you weren't listening to what I was saying.
Yes. You pointed at me like I said something, but I didn't.
Is he listening to us? I can't tell.
He's listening. He's not understanding.
Yeah, he doesn't even like get us, man.
We're talking about you.
Ah.
How many times they had to fucking do that scene alone?
I didn't like the TPS USA one, but at least I understood what was going on. And he wasn't doing just so you know, he wasn't doing vocals. The dude doesn't sing. Ray, you mentioned it about the when his vocals went out. There's not singing. This is not singing. It's not singing, was it? Goated. No. Great call. I hate Green Day. Goated. I hate Green Day. I make fun of Eric all the time. My wife loves Green Day. Right? I always call Green Day Colin Cowherd, singing with their nose like this. But Green Day would have been the fine choice because they're popular. I don't like Green Day. I don't want Green Day, but they would have been a fine choice. Again, maybe I'm just overstepping my bounds. I'm just giving you my opinion. That's what we do on this fucking show. And maybe my opinion is wrong. I don't know. I just know this is goddamn America. And Ray, I'm kind of patriotic, but not like you are. And when I'm telling you to get off my lawn, like I'm pretty sure the popular opinion is to get off my lawn. Because what is this? Why? There was like a wedding thing. Like, dude, it's just weird. It's just weird, bro. What is this? Don't get me get me monetized here. Demonetized.
That's him, no auto tune. So
I
could hear this is good.
It sounded better than what I heard. Reggaeton. Again, I do love you, Mouth.
That makes sense. I mean, that makes a little more sense though.
Lady Gaga. I didn't get to that point though, Mouth. I didn't get to Lady Gaga. I saw her on there. Like I said, I had the other one on and the audio on the other one because I could understand what they were saying. And then on the ride home, I wasn't driving. I wanted to watch the whole halftime show, and I got like 3 minutes, and I was like, "This is awful. I don't want to." I love Lady Gaga. Goddamn, Bradley Cooper, Lady Gaga.
Good performer.
Who is Travis? Is Travis Scott a major country star? Is that who he is?
No, he's a rapper. No.
Oh, a rapper. Okay. Again, see, I don't know new music, bro. I'm a musician. I like old music. Older.
So here's the thing. The reason he's saying Metallica is Metallica is from San Francisco. So I'm saying technically speaking,
give me Grateful Dead at that point.
But I'm just saying,
but they're all dead now.
Unfortunately, yes. So I'm saying that's
let's have the dead Grateful Dead up there. We don't have any halftime show. That's fine.
Hey, dude, they do the fucking Tupac fucking AI hologram.
Hey, the only thing I will say, go to the Angel. I will say this: it was like a soap opera. Like he fell through the thing. That was kind of cool. Like the set was cool. The set was cool. But like, unfortunately, if I'm watching music, I want music. I don't want acting and like weird things. Like I want music. That was like a performance, right? I don't want a performance.
In 2000 in Dallas, when they had
my wife's pussy would be so wet for Creed. She loves Creed.
And the only thing that performance was a dude coming in with the helicopter. I'm saying the fan, like the fan, the guys with the parachutes, what they call it, the fan, the thing that like I don't know, whatever. But it was like very minimal. And they killed it. Bring it back.
We have a lot of people agreeing with us. My biggest thing though, outside of everything else, how bad it was, but like it's the language barrier. And like I put the numbers up. I can put them up again. I'm going to put them up again because, I do research on my shit. And 18% of the country speaks Spanish. 18% speak Spanish. So why? And the people that are in that stadium are generally really, really, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. They're generally like rich, old, white guys. Dude, they paid $8,000 for that ticket to hear some dude speaking Spanish. Like, those motherfuckers don't want to hear this shit.
Come again? You know I don't speak Spanish. In English, please.
Since I didn't watch this, Rob, I would have been really interested to see if, like, when they pan to the fans, not on the field, but the fan, like the upper parts, like the actual fans up in the stadium. Those people had been gone. At least a majority of them. Like at least like maybe not the parents who brought their kids. The kids stayed and watched it because they love Bad Bunny. But the parents are like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna grab 3 beers and fucking." Some good food and come back in an hour. You know what I mean? Like,
no, you know what you do. When you travel abroad, you have like the translator. They're sitting there on their phone, like, okay, Okay. Oh, so unity is good. We love people. Like his lyrics are apparently very uplifting. So I love that. Again, I don't fuck whatever the ice bullshit. I don't give a fuck about that. But like, you shouldn't have to translate on your phone. That sounds weird to me. It's a lot of work, bro. You were drunk. I don't want to work. I want to fucking
to be
watch
honest,
football.
if they were gonna do that, when they planned on doing this, they should have just openly had fucking translations on the screen. But again, it was a political. But I'm saying that's why it was annoying, dude, because it was a political stand. It's like, why are you doing this shit? We're here for entertainment, to take away from political things. You're
the NFL makes some questionable decisions. That was a very questionable decision, is all I'm saying.
Yeah,
like they're going to lose people. Like they're not going to lose me. They're not going to lose you, even though you are way more like adamant about this than I am. But they're not losing you. I'm talking about like the 54-year-old person I'm talking about, right? That demographic that is a lot of the NFL fans. They're done. They're out. I'm telling you, they might lose them. Remember the Kaepernick thing? Like, you know, again, I stand for what Kaepernick stood for. I don't want to get into this, but like the way they went about it, and I didn't. Obviously, I still watch NFL, but like, you know how many people the NFL lost because of that shit, dude? Mm-hmm. Even though it had nothing to do with football. And this is the same thing. It's like, dude, just chill, just chill. Can we just chill? That's fine.
No, because everything is 0 to 100, and you know everybody has to know everything about yourself. And if you don't agree with one little thing, you're a fucking piece of shit. And you know what? I'm not taking the bait, but everybody, seriously, you want to call me a piece of shit for fucking how I feel? Do it. Mouth and I get along. Mouth doesn't agree. He hates Trump, but you know what? Me and Mouth get along perfectly fine. He's had me on his show. Perfect example.
Because you guys are pretty even key people. Miles says language barrier wouldn't matter if the music slapped. If the set was more about the music than Floppy Rabbit, it would have gotten better. The music did not slap, and he does not slap. That's also the point. Like,
no, because you just said Ricky Martin, dude, and fucking Shakira. If Shakira was up there, and besides being fucking gorgeous, she's a good musician too.
Yeah, and she's also it's eye candy. Like,
you know what?
Give me Shakira.
And I'm saying, but Mouth,
I want Shakira.
Mouth, when Mouth posted his Spanish-speaking rappers on our Discord, they were
actually pretty good,
way better than this fucking idiot that played today by a mile.
I love it.
He's not wrong though. Like seriously, it's just because he's not good. That was also a big turnoff. Like besides, like, okay, yes, I like Trump and I like America, but like if he was gonna do this shit, it would say again. I told you, Rob, it was Michael Jackson. And he was Michael Jackson, and he was up there, doing that shit. I would still be watching because it was Michael Jackson, but it was Bad Bunny.
Unfortunately,
and I don't understand his music. So,
no, but like best selling, like I'm not debating the fact that he might be or is. I don't look at the stats. I don't care. The best selling artist of whatever the last couple of years, like people are generally dumb is the point, and like the fact that this guy is the best, how and why is all I'm saying. Like how and why, like Led Zeppelin. Pink Floyd, the Beatles. I'm not even a Beatles fan. I think the Beatles suck, but like I understand why people like the Beatles because at the time they were the best fucking thing out there. This ain't the best. Let's move on. Because we could talk about the halftime show for fucking 6 hours. Give us some more comments here to talk about. Oh well, 311, as you know where I'm at, where I stand on 311 because goats. Says well, Tricky Hair promised a dance party and didn't deliver. There was no dance party. There was no dance party. There's a lot of comments about the halftime show. So I don't want to get you guys all worked up, but and that's a good call from Furious. My thing is it's literally America and they're trying to wipe its culture. Well, no, I think they're more trying to shove it in our face is the thing. Like it's just like, look at us, dude. I'm all for diversity, bro. I'm fine with it. Cool.
See,
hey, by the way, hold on. I gotta say one thing, Ray. You didn't watch Did you watch the USA thing? I don't know if you kind of watched it, but you didn't. The Kid Rock thing.
Yeah.
How they had the four brothers like announcing all the acts.
Oh right, yeah.
What was that about? Like, what? I'm saying that's token. Why are these brothers like? I'm just saying, like, why? Because everything else was white. So it's just both sides are wrong. Like, that side's crazy.
Because Turning Point USA was running that. I mean, again, not to get political, Turning Point USA is now an evil organization once they fucking took out Charlie Kirk. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But that's a whole another fucking hours of conversation to go over. But nonetheless, all I'll say is that I am not worried about Hispanic people at all. I'm not worried about black people at all. You know what I'm worried about? What he's talking about? Islam. They're the ones who want to take us out. Because you want to know what? If you don't agree with what they say, they will kill you. They're to literally openly say that in America right now. Look it up. So I'm saying, don't be worried about that. I'm not worried about Hispanic because you know what? They're Christians. I'm not going to put religious, but I'm just saying in general, don't worry about those. There's others to worry about.
I'll give you that one. And I was watching a recent Rogan episode. I forget the name of the guy. He's from Great Britain, right? And he was you've been saying this for years about how like the freedom of speech, how people are getting arrested for social media posts and memes. If you retweet a meme that's like not even that crazy, and I think the wording was like you're causing other people
discomfort,
like panic attacks, or yeah, dude. And they're going to jail. They're going to jail. Like, dude, I'm just telling you, like, you know the history of the show, Ray. And as you know, I'm not very political, but I say a lot of crazy shit. I rip on white people. I rip on everyone, bro. I rip on myself. I would be in prison, right? If the history of this show,
you'd be like a month behind me.
I would be in prison, dude, so long ago, because freedom of speech is one of the beautiful things about this country, and just. You don't have to agree with it. The point is, like, don't listen. Then that's the thing. Right. Don't listen, right? And who am I? I don't have any fucking clout. Like, I actually professional fanatics of the fucking moon, motherfucker. We all know that. But like, who am I?
To move, this is the last thing I'll say to move on from this conversation. In Britain right now, people who are native British people who are marching for Jesus and Christianity, the cops who are white also are breaking up their marches. And I'm not talking about like thousands. I'm talking like maybe a couple hundred people. They're breaking those up because the Islamic people are uncomfortable, and the Islamic people by the thousands do the same shit, and the cops move away Christian people. And it's like that country was built on Christianity. Like, my point is what Fears is talking about. It ain't fucking black people, white people, Mexican, Asian. It's fucking Islamics. I'm not even just whoever, color you are. I'm not against all Islamic
I just
people.
want to preface it with this. The movement, and you're talking about the majority. Like, there are still a hell of a lot of really good people from every race, every portion of the country.
Yeah. I go to
but a lot of them are forced into, the comparison I'll make, dude, is like, if you're born in the inner city, right, and gang violence is really prevalent, you either join that gang or you get fucking killed. So in this case,
you have a really strong family who I'm saying, like, let's say you have like an older brother that it's just like they know,
but they don't, because it's poverty, right? In the Middle East, they don't have it, so it's either you better get on board or you're going to be the person that they're targeting, and that's the bullshit we don't stand for. Like, freedom of speech. Freedom of fucking decision. That's not even a country thing. That's a world thing. That's a people thing.
Just say what you want,
but
and just don't hurt anybody. You know what I mean? But like, people are just physically getting murdered across the world for views that are wordily been around for thousands of years. That just, I don't know. It's crazy, man. That's why I'm saying. That's what a long story short. That's just very annoying with me with sports in general. Why this shit's getting intertwined is beyond me. I know it's why, because of the money and numbers and all this shit. But it shouldn't be that way. We watch sports to get away from the shit in the world, but they bring it right
there. It is, and now they're bringing it right in our face.
Yeah, and it's just fucking annoying, dude. It's like, just no.
Especially someone like me that doesn't give a fuck about it, and I'm brought into it. Now I'm doing a 30-minute bit on my show because I can't not do it. It's like Dave Chappelle was talking about the tranny movement. He's like, I can't stop making jokes about these motherfuckers. Like, I can't not make jokes about the halftime show because it's like, it's so easy. It's so easy, and there's only so much material I have, boys. Miles says Cardi, Ricky Martin. God, I love Ricky Martin. You know what? The thing is, he's also a gay man. I don't give a fuck. Hey, Ricky, pound as much asshole as you can. Good for you, bro. You know what? Ricky Martin's probably getting some prime asshole, right? He's pounding some fine-ass Latin men.
Martin has been he's been pounding filet mignon of asshole for years.
Dude, is Ricky Martin the, like, prime gay, like, of all time? Like, maybe the prime gay dude of all time? Like,
a guy who's not an
He might be.
I'm saying somebody who's besides the elite. Now that we all know the Epstein files, not somebody who's not an elite pedophile pervert, or just in general, just somebody who's a pervert who just has money. You're like, I'll give you $1 million.
He just likes gay dudes' buttholes.
No, that's my point. No, I'm saying
awesome.
I'm with you. I think that Ricky Martin might be maybe the GOAT of all time. Be able to just be like, or he's up there at least. Maybe he's Mount Rushmore. Be able to pull the finest of asses, the brown stars of the golden gods.
Over under buttholes I'm guessing Ricky Martin's a top. Let's go on let's just go on the fact that he's probably a top. Over under assholes Ricky Martin's fucked in his life.
Ooh.
You know, because the Wilt Chamberlain thing is different culture, but also
he was up and coming in the 90s. So I'm just gonna say we'll just say like in the 90s. I'll just an easy day for numbers wise 95. He really I'm saying just in the underground Miami, the scene started really pounding some dirt stars back then, and his peak definitely came around 99, 2000, 2001. And then I'm saying, but then it was like he actually was out. Then he was gay, and then the time was you're gay, blah. But then he had had this big uptick, and then it was like a little dude. I'm not even this. It was just like a little dude. And then when
what's the number? What's the number? How many buttholes has he fucked?
200 minimal.
Oh, 2,000.
Your hands are what makes it possible. Your shoulder pads are hard and stiff. Your hands are tender, and they can move and caress the ball. that's kind of gay, but hey.
You're probably right though. He probably banged 200 dudes in one night. So in his peak.
By the way, if you're not in the community with what this little bit we just did, you understand what we do around here. Can I just say GOAT myself? Because and Ray, you're also the GOAT. Come on. The clip. I'm here. I'm producing the show live as fuck, drunk as fuck. You ain't getting this anywhere else. If you're not in the community, professionalfanatics.com, join the fucking Patreon. We're going to make you a lot of money as we do every year in football. You're going to be fucking entertained. You're going to laugh your ass off. And also talk about how many buttholes Ricky Martin's fucked. And it's 2,000, Ray. It's 2,000.
Real quick. Now that I'm thinking about this, there's 0% chance. Now that you've been watching Wolf of Wall Street a little bit more, there's 0 absolute fucking percent chance that dude did not have from between 98 to 2002 out of 365, 100 to 50 to 200 nights, like that Wolf of Wall Street scene where Margot Robbie walks in on the butler. There's no way.
Yeah.
So to your point, easy 2,000. It might be upwards of 3,000 or 4,000. We might even be talking 5 at this point. Who knows? If
he had the Wilt Chamberlain motivation, it would be 20,000.
And I'm going to tell you right now, I have many gay friends. I'm doing nothing against gay people. I'm just going to say this though. When I worked for a pool company, there was a 4th of July. It was leading up to 4th of July weekend. It was up in Barrington, big ass house. No, it was just these really rich gay dudes who were probably like a little younger than us now, maybe because at the time I was 26, 27. So they were probably 30 to 35. And anyways, they were getting so frustrated with me because their pool heater was broken. So the hot tub and the pool would not be warm. And every time I went there was at least 6 to 8 dudes, all within the same age range, no kids, no nothing. And that was when Wolf of Wall Street came out. And I thought to myself, I'm like, oh my God, because they got fucking pissed at me that I wasn't able to get the shit fixed before 4th of July because they were we're about to have some big parties and my pool is not going to be warm. What the fuck? And I'm just sorry, man. The part that was needed is backward. I don't know what to tell you. This is fucking ridiculous. I was having a big party with 30
Well, you were a pool guy? You were a pool guy?
Yeah.
Dude, pool guys get so much cougar ass.
That's the problem though, is that there were times that
you know what I'm saying? Isn't that like a thing? Like the pool, the wife always fucked the pool guy in porns and in real life. Of
course, I'm not gonna lie.
I fucked the pool guy, bro. I'm not even a chick.
Rob, here's the problem though. You know me and my luck, just in general in my life, my luck would have been because there were times that I really sort of felt that. But it's I knew in my gut and my head. I used both people, not just didn't go with my gut and didn't go with my head. And we went with my head, not my gut. I went with both. And I was just Ray, you say one bad thing to this woman, she's going to turn around, call the cops, call the company. Right. You're fired and you get arrested for sexual assault or sexual harassment and you're going to jail.
You know who fucked a lot of pool guys?
You.
Ricky Martin. Mouse says Cardi, Ricky Martin, Daddy, Yankee.
He switched them in and out. He's like, you know what? After he banged them.
He had a different pool guy every single fucking week,
called the
bro.
company up. I need another. He's just not working out.
Yeah, damn straight. Yeah, good call. Mark Anthony. We've got Mark Anthony. We got a couple other supers here. We'll get to all your comments here in a second. We have Ricky Martin, Mario Lopez, Sam Champion, and Mike Piazza. Is Mike Piazza gay? Helen Hunt and Caitlyn Jenner. Is Mike Piazza gay? Because he is the most masculine gay guy I ever met. And he mentioned Helen Hunt. Say hello to Helen. Hi, Helen. How you doing, Helen?
And I mean, Caitlyn Jenner technically isn't gay. Maybe he is now. I don't know. I mean,
well, if you cut your dick off, you're pretty gay. I don't care which way you go.
I guess that's a very, 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 very accurate statement to say.
It's a fucking like pretty fine line, but like unfortunately, like cutting your dick off makes you gay. I don't care. I don't care. Good for you. Caitlyn Jenner is the most beautiful woman in the country.
Rob, I want everybody to know Rob's laying down this line with me right now because he understands that he's had some butt play with guys in the past. So he just wants to lay the line down that when you cut your dick off, you're really gay. So when Rob's past comes up at some point or another, he can say, well, I'm not that gay. I didn't chop my dick off like Caitlyn Jenner. Like, he's really gay. So Rob just wanted that line really gay to be established.
I acknowledge a handsome man. I've been on record with that forever. Brad Pitt's my spirit animal. Even now, you see the commercial with Brad Pitt. He's in a movie on Netflix now. Oh, Brad Pitt still looks great.
Once
62 years old.
With his shirt off on when he's on the roof, thinking about when he beat the shit out of Bruce Lee.
What year was that? 2012?
No, that's 2018 ish.
Right even better. He was 57.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
and he was that good.
Brad. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Big Dog, shut up, Big Dog. What's going on, man? Miss you, man. Fuck Islam. We got a football comment here. The play calling was so bad they didn't help May at all. They just had him drop back to pressure. Yeah, it was, and he stepped up into pressure. His pocket awareness was bad, but what are they doing?
How many Super Bowls was that for Josh McDaniels?
As a coordinator,
yeah,
obviously not as a head coach.
Yeah, no.
I don't know, 3 maybe. I would say 3.
I might have been 4. Let's say 3 though, just being easy. That was, I mean, it's crazy, dude. That was his 3rd, and he was so bad. Now, mind you, man, as much as I really wanted the Bears to get Will Campbell, because I mean, I thought he looked like a great prospect. I think his size is showing up, man. I mean, he gets bull rushed by these bigger dudes, man. I mean, it showed today, you know. I can't remember the end's name, but like they were killing him, man. That pass rush was just unstoppable today for the Seahawks.
Godin says Big Ray's spitting facts right now. Usually that's what he does. This is a great comment. Ricky Martin, the most valid gay dude ever. That's what we were saying, right? He's the most valid gay dude of all time.
Well, I mean, Lance Bass could also be in that category. I mean, he was in NSYNC, and it was like, yeah, you're in a boy band. But and he
has that scene at the end of Tropic Thunder where he's the fucking gay dude that Al Pacino is fucking with, bro. Like, does that make you not the most valid gay dude ever? And Lance Bass, shout out to you. Very, very, very valid gay dude.
But Ricky Martin is definitely 100% one of the most.
He's up there. He's in the top tier of gay dudes. But again, I think Lance Bass in Tropic Thunder is there.
When we get back to the world, we gotta put together that 3-piece combo band we talked about. Me on stand-up bass, Johnny on the drums, and me tickling the ivories.
Dude, the fact he's talking about a 3-piece meal with a black dude with his hands blown off. That's next level writing, dude.
That's the best thing ever. No, it's not just tickling the ivories is the greatest statement of all time. Dennis, I don't understand this comment. Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike. If I love a girl, who cares who you like? I love a girl. I'm married. I don't care if you want to fuck. We were just here touting Ricky Martin's ass fucking abilities, and that's what I'm about. I mean, good for you, Ricky Martin.
200 upwards of he may be 5,000. So I mean, my perspective changed real quick on him.
What's everyone's number? So Goda said Ricky Martin fuck more dudes than Karl Anthony Towns. Is Karl gay? Is Cat gay? I mean, he might be. He seems pretty gay. No, Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard might be actually gay. There's a video out there with Dwight Howard being gay.
At this point, I think most NBA players are gay because they're just most softest fucking. They're all.
All right, let's not get into that. But how many is Karl Anthony? Do you know if you never heard anything about Karl Anthony Towns, right? He is soft. He's a softie. Now that might be discrediting some because again, Bruce Jenner is an Olympian and an American hero. What did Bruce Jenner do? Was he a track guy? I think he was a track guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then the other guy that was really gay was the the Spitz guy, the swimmer.
Yeah, that guy, Ryan. Yeah, I think Ryan Spitz. I think. Or no.
Yeah, luckily he didn't.
Ryan, whatever was the asshole that was with Michael Phelps. Like he was the other really
dude.
good
If I
swimmer.
had the Sunny clip of the AIDS blood in the pool, would be so perfect for this comment. See how my brain works? Like I'm so goddamn quick. Unfortunately, I can't upload clips. But there's AIDS blood in the pool. Like if Mark Spitz actually fucked this shit up on the diving board, would have issues. Now I don't know if he actually has AIDS or had AIDS. I'm saying it's a part of that community. Now it's part of any community. It's just it's actually, let's be honest, with PrEP, HIV is not a big deal anymore. It's not. Like these dudes are just like they don't give a fuck. They're not wearing condoms. So it's like
Rob knows. I mean, Rob before he met Erica was just taking.
There you go.
Just
step up, prep up, bro.
He was upwards of the night. He was trying to compete with Ricky Martin, but he found Erica and decided to retire it.
It's step up, prep up.
Always saying that you want to cut off your penis.
Okay.
I mean, for 25 years, I've been a slave to my peen. It rules over my brain and makes me do dumb stuff. All I can think about every day is what time's my next cum, and to tell you the truth, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of living cum to cum, so yeah, guys, I mean, I want it gone. I want my gone.
So you're calling.
I already did mine. Yeah, I already did mine.
Oh, you did yours.
I didn't put the super chat up there. It's from Mouth. I can see everything you can't. Shout out Mouth. Again, Downtown Sports Gentlemen, link in the description. Especially this time of year, if you're not going to watch as many streams, we're not going to have as many streams. We're going to have 4 a week. But this is the time to get on board with Downtown Sports. They have the guests with the most. Big Ray might be on there as well. Maybe myself again as well. But a lot of good stuff on that show. Link in the description. If you want to support your boys here, I advise doing so now because the tiers are going to move. Get in now, and your grandfather and your prices never change, and you're going to make a lot of money. We went what was it, 97-56 this year gambling. We crushed assholes this year, just like Ricky Martin crushed assholes. We Ricky Martin the betting market, those things, and it's gaping. We left Vegas gaping on this show, and I think you guys all should too. Anyways. Professionalfanatics.com, and a lot of more perks than just supporting your boys. Also, shout out to the members here. Shout out to all you guys. Appreciate everyone in here. Help me keep the show going. Once the football season goes on again, 7 days a week, we have a lot of stuff going for combine, free agency, NFL draft. Once May hits, we're back to 7 days a week. But before that, still 5 days a week, my guys. And access to the Discord community. That's the place to be. Community fantasy leagues. Guest appearances in the pod, free merchandise giveaways. We have shirts coming and more. If you want to be a guest in the show, sit between me and Ray, talk about Ricky Martin fucking assholes. Would love to have you on here. On top of that, though, one of the biggest perks is the community fantasy leagues, and we're doing our dynasty draft here in May. We have 2 spots available for that. Our fantasy league went fireworks, down to the last second, 10 teams in that. So again, shout out to Chaz for winning, one of the co-hosts. Shout out to Ray for getting 3rd place. And Jonathan, a fan, got 2nd place. So appreciate you guys supporting the show. And Ray, as you know, the Discord it's a place. It's a good place. And what do we call it?
The place to be.
It's the place to be. Oh no, I can't find. You know what? I'm slow sometimes. Where the fuck is it?
Good job.
Dude, it's hard. It always moves when I add stuff. It moves on the
Right,
column here,
Yeah.
and it moves it. It moves it.
Just because I got a lot of money, I'll give you taco flavored kisses, honey. Fulfill all your wishes with my taco flavored kisses. Taco, taco, burrito, burrito, taco, taco.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if
Bad Bunny, that's the Bad Bunny performance I wanted right there, right? Can we get that at the halftime show?
Just because I got a lot of money, I'll give you taco flavored kisses, honey. Fulfill all your wishes with my taco flavored kisses. Taco, taco, burrito, burrito, taco, taco.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Trey Parker and Matt Stone were left in charge, and they told them, all right, boys, you're in charge of the halftime show, music and everything. You have to make it, and like Latino themed, not Spanish. It was a Latino themed, and it would just be basically they'd bring him back. Jennifer Lopez.
Wait, hey, on one more time. ProfessionalFanatics.com. Get in the fucking Patreon. Get in the Discord. Join the community. What do we call it, Ray? What do we call the Discord, the Patreon?
The place to be.
The place to be.
What do you call it, Kramer? It was
Come on, now, Rudy. Come on. We call it the place to be. The place to be. Yes.
The maestro. The place to be.
It is the place to be. Let's see. Let's get some more comments here. Ray's got to do a chug, and then a couple more minutes on the show. Ricky Bobby, we had that one up there. Fuck more guys. Hey, pool guy. He called you a pool guy. You are a pool guy, though. You didn't get the perks of being a pool guy, which is just banging cougars.
But hey, don't you worry, though. When I go to people's homes, now that I do, I tell people, hey, you got a pool. Need something done.
Well, like, as you know, I'm unemployed. This is what my income is, and it's not obviously paying my bills, but it's helping. I'm getting a little bit of funding. I appreciate all you guys' super chats and the Patreon. What do you think Erica's reaction would be if I was like, I'm going to be a pool guy? You think she'd be cool with it? That maybe she doesn't know about the cougars,
I mean, if that's the line you're going down, no, she wouldn't be down.
I don't want to do it. I'm just saying there's a lot of temptation in being a pool guy.
There are a lot of women.
Because you got to understand, if you're a man and you have a wife and a family and you have a pool, you're obviously doing pretty well. Having a pool means you're doing well.
Yeah, but a lot of times the women who are home while you're doing said pool work, the husbands are traveling, doing things, not getting their needs met. The pool guy comes around a couple of days a week, and they're on bikinis while you're out there working. And
easy money, brother. Easy money.
It doesn't help when their daughters are out there with their friends. Just things add up real quick.
At UV says Kenneth Walker or James Cook. We kind of talked about this before, right? I got to take a piss really bad. I'm going to play a clip and then give me your answer on who do you want. I think James Cook might be a year younger. But give me your answer on who you want, and then I will be back in like a minute.
Okay, hold on. What is the absolute least amount of money you could get paid to blow a guy?
Now we're talking.
If I'm honest with myself,
Yeah.
I'd have to say $900.
Oh my God!
So I will just say that I'm pretty sure James Cook is a year younger. But again, James Cook is a better pass catcher, which goes a long way now in the NFL, especially when you're going to be paying them a lot of money to be your running back one, even if it's a 1A to 1B. And that's where, again, with Kenneth Walker, he's like, again, like when you're looking at the Lions, prior to this year, like last year when it was, Knuckles and Sonic with Gibbs and Montgomery, that's sort of more of a role that I think Kenneth Walker would be excelling in as either the 1A, to be the bruiser like he was in Seattle, or be a 1B to a more well-rounded running back who has injury, concerns. But in general, I'm going to take Cook just because he's ascending, especially he sticks with the Bills. He's got Allen, I know that hampers his rushing numbers, but again, I know Kenneth Walker is trending up. It's just that it's weird to shit on him since he's won literally Super Bowl MVP. And it's just one of those things. If I was starting a team and no money, and I could do, like Madden, you know what I mean? It's like you and I started a Madden franchise, and you picked your team, and I had to pick between those two for my running back. I would pick James Cook just because he's a little more well-rounded. Especially because, dude, like watching Kenneth Walker, he's not really good in the pass blocking part too. But he is a very good runner between the tackles and, finding holes. He's very, very good at that. He's a patient runner.
So he's Ricky Martin. Ricky Martin finds those holes, bro. The joke never keeps stop giving on the show. Oh, man, I am lit. We'll get to a couple more comments here. I got a full beer, so might as well finish it. So Godin says, I think he has a wife, though, Carl Anthony Towns. You know what? That hasn't stopped a lot of gay men in the past from being gay.
I think that hasn't stopped probably 90% of actual gay men in history. I'm just saying in general.
Well, no, in the past they had to because it was like a beer up front. But
so we'll say
for real, like Bruce Jenner. Bruce Jenner had kids.
Well, and on top of that, I'm just saying,
anything else?
Well, I'm saying how many pedophiles get arrested yearly.
Married.
A majority of them are married. They're gay and fucking creepy. So, yeah.
Very creepy. Yeah.
And again, I mean, Rob, like, I know you've told me this a lot of times, and you're not wrong. I mean, I was grown and I was brought up Catholic. I guess I'd say I'm still Catholic, but it's like that was definitely and still is a heavily used avenue for pedophiles to go down. But it's like, okay, instead of me just openly being a pedophile, you know what I mean? Like you doing the weird thing like an idiot, like all these fucking idiots do. They do the long game of joining, the Christian faith or the Catholic faith and becoming priests and all this shit. And then doing long-term things. For
Jerry
many
Sandusky,
years.
bro. Jerry Sandusky, the fucking prime example of a piece of shit.
Jesus.
By the way, you know the biggest piece of shit is? Now, I'm not trying to say Sandusky isn't a piece of shit. He is the biggest piece of shit. Burn in hell, motherfucker. Joe Pa. These motherfuckers have diseases. I'm not trying to say that they can't control themselves. They can. Most of them do. Joe Pa might as well rape those kids himself, right? Joe Pa, go burn in hell too, you fucking... I hate Joe Pa. You know what? Because he said he was too old to figure out what was going on. You're in charge of a whole town.
Here's the thing.
I hate Joe Pa. Is that statue still up, right? Do you know that? Do you guys know? Let me know in the comments. Is that statue still up?
Yeah.
Can we all go piss on that statue?
Rob, I'm gonna tell you right now, that would be news if it was brought down. It's definitely still up. I'll just say this.
I want to piss on that thing. Shit on that thing.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't think. And then when you say this, and I guarantee I already know you're gonna call bullshit. I don't think he himself watched his people doing these things. He probably and maybe he like walked by and like glanced at it or saw it, and was just like, because again, he's a piece of shit and doesn't care because he's the mayor of the town. To your point, you know what I mean? Like, I got a business to run. Oh, this is a little discrepancy. Yeah, a little discrepancy is an 18-year-old boy getting fucking raped, bro. Like, there, I got a fucking Like, I got a bigger fucking thing to do. It's like, so my point is, how long, dude, that dude was around for so long. The things we found out about were current up to, since 2000. Maybe it was a 90, whatever it was, even as the 80s. That dude was around for so long when things were never reported for various different things. Hazing, I'm saying, like, dude, I was in a fraternity when I went to Eastern Illinois. I told myself, if there was actual physical, like homosexual, even like getting my ass kicked, like getting beat up, anything physical, I'm not doing it. And it didn't do it. It was all just more psychological things, which is fine. It wasn't anything like terrible. This is more psychological things to fuck with you, but it wasn't like beratingly like, dude, the Northwestern shit with the fucking car wash where the dudes were all naked and like making
people dying.
Never. Like, I'm just saying, no. And that's exactly in a million cajillion times worse that Joe Pa let go. Fuck him. He's definitely burning.
Can I say this?
Yep.
I'm not woke. I might be more woke than you because you're the least woke person in the history of the world. I'm not woke at all, but I'm pretty sure Joe Pa is the least woke person in the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, I'm not about being woke, but there's also a line where it's like, maybe you should like do what's right. And he's an old school guy through and through. Fuck your ass, Joe Paterno. Is he dead? I hope he died. Did he die?
No, he's 100%
pretty sure he's dead.
Yeah,
okay, he's in hell. Yeah. He's in hell. So he's next to Hitler in hell.
He died within a year or two of the whole scandal unfolding, basically.
Good. That killed him. You know what? Fuck you, Joe Pa.
But no, I sort of wish he would have. I wish he would have died after it was all like you're sentenced to life in prison, and then like at the time like.
Yeah, fuck Joe Pa. All right, a couple more comments here. We'll stick around for a little bit more. I'm having a good time. I moved the super chat goal to any $5 super chat is a shot because I can't chug any more beers. I can't do it. The Professor Booty, I love your name. If I would have asked you in September, better chance of winning a championship, Mariners or Seahawks, who would you have said?
Oh, Seahawks, but it's not by much. Not by much.
Seahawks had a 7.5 over/under win total though, so.
But they had
we've seen these MLB teams come out of nowhere though. I know, but we've seen these MLB teams come out of nowhere before.
Well,
like winning the Super Bowl with Sam Darnold.
No, but I will give it
with
to
what we thought of Sam Darnold.
I'm saying I will give to Professor. The Mariners tried. The ownership tries. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of MLB. Like that's the biggest problem. That's why the MLB. Everybody, if you don't understand this, there will be no baseball next year. This upcoming season is going to happen. 2027, zero baseball. If there's one game of baseball in 2027, Rob's going to have to fucking dirt star my fucking Rob's gonna have to do dirty things to me. He doesn't want to do it, and I don't want him to do it. But I'm telling you, it's gonna happen.
I agree. Jackpot says Darnold went 15-2 the year before. It was 14-3.
Yeah, but a way
before,
better team than the Seahawks overall.
But it wasn't. But it was. Everyone was like Kevin O'Connell, Vikings. It was a 1-year wonder kind of thing. There's a reason everyone could have had Sam Darnold, and there's a reason that people were still downing Sam Darnold going into this game. Like we saw the Rams game. He played an A+ game. A+ game, dude. And even then, the line was 4.5, and the Patriots should have been there. So I don't know. I would still say the Seahawks just because baseball. Yeah, I know it's always an uneven playing field, right? And like the Mariners, they didn't win it, but they were right there. I would still give you the Seahawks because that division. Again, I haven't paid attention to baseball in a few years, but that division, the AL West, is always wide open, and the Yankees suck.
So I just have a quick question for you. I know, again, I think you and I are both in the same boat. Like you and I, we watch football religiously. I'm not, because I used to watch all three, baseball, football, basketball, equally religiously. The sports have just been ruined over time with just the way things have been done, whatever. I still love baseball because I'm just a baseball guy. Basketball, I love basketball, but it's just I'm more when the Bulls are good. But when the Bulls weren't good in the in the 2000s, I love basketball because it was right in the middle of the 90s that was slow, and now it's so fast. But I like it because athleticism. I love it. My point is that it's just very frustrating that in general with this shit, like I don't know, man. First off, basketball. My main point is, Rob, is that I was going to ask you is that with baseball coming with a lockout right now, they are so hot as a sport. They're ascending. You know what I mean? Their viewership, everything. Ohtani helps for Japan and all that shit. But I'm just saying, with how the basketball is going down as we speak, you know what I mean? Their viewership and everything. Like I don't know. I'm like in 5 years, what will be more popular? Probably basketball, right? Because there's a lockout for baseball. It's going to take.
Yeah, basketball is just way more entertaining. The playoffs are much more viewed. Now, baseball has had an uptick based on the new rule changes with the pitch clock, which I love. Again, I stopped watching baseball. I'm an NFL guy now. I got to give you guys the most knowledge. I want to make you guys money. Jackpot says the Super Bowl was trash. It was. And we had the Professor. Professor Booty. I love this guy.
The Broncos.
Professor, new guy. I got to shout out Professor, new guy on the channel. Give me a $5 holler here.
Thanks,
for I did one. I'm going to do one more for you just because it's what I fucking do around here. If you want to join the community, much appreciated. Professionalfanatics.com. Head on the Patreon, make some money. We went plus 40 in bets, 96 and 55.
Professor Booty, I'm telling you right now, you join the Patreon. There are just so many levels of greatness in that. You will not, you won't be disappointed. Plus, if you want 24 hours.
The thing is, we also do answer every question no matter what, so you don't have to be a Patreon member. In the near future, hopefully next year, it's gonna be tough to be answering every question because this is a slow time of year. But last year we were getting 9,000 views.
You cut me off. I was gonna say that if you really want the full access, you want to slide in my DMs, you want to slide into Rob's DMs,
slide in my DMs, bro.
You get full access to that. I'm just saying, there's a little extra. Rob, remember the movie Waiting in the training video, and the guy's like, and you just give a little extra.
Just a little extra. Mason says, be honest, you think the Chiefs are going to suck without Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey? Well, Kelsey actually said he's coming back, so it's not official yet, but Mahomes will be back by week 1. Ray, what would you put the odds that Mahomes is back week 1? Now, regardless of what version of Mahomes we get, which almost certainly the first, in September won't be 100% of Mahomes, but like he'll play himself back into health. Mahomes week 1 availability starting, is it 50-50? Is it 75-25?
So I guess you're asking me just the percentage of what Holmes will get? Okay.
Will he play week 1?
So I'll give you the two answers. What I was thinking. 1, yes, he's going to play. 2, I would say at that point I would almost be willing to bet we're going to get at least a 70% of Mahomes, and I would be willing to bet the over and wins, which is I'm not saying it's crazy thing, but it's not. I mean it's just the Chiefs are going to come back. I mean when you have Andy Reid and Mahomes, and you got Rashid Rice coming back, they're going to add a running back. You know what I mean? Like, Travis Kelce's going to come back. He's going to be healthier. I mean, he'll still be probably a bottom tier tight end 1 coming into next year. I understand the division is way tougher than when they were killing it in their Super Bowl run. that goes a long way. So I'll admittedly give you that.
Yeah, I would say 90% chance Mahomes is ready for week 1. Now, what version of Mahomes that is we don't know, but the team will be better next year.
Dude, he's playing.
And what you said, that bet the
no
over, he will most likely be there. And yes, the Mariners were in the ALCS. Game 7, I believe it was they went to 7 games against the Blue Jays, so they were right there going to the World Series.
That's what I'm saying.
Jackpot says I'm a Lions fan. Just
saying.
He was talking about Darnold being 15-2. The Lions are fine. Just so you know, the Lions. My problem is Jared Goff is not an elevator of.
Are they fine though?
Jared Goff's fine. Oh, Dan
fine?
Campbell, the infrastructure, the team, yeah, they're fine. The division's really tough. If they weren't in our division, they'd be more than just
that
fine.
the offense didn't click. As people thought.
Jared Goff is not an elevator. He's good. Jared Goff is a top 10 quarterback in the league.
I'm not trying to be a hater, Rob, of it being because I'm a Bears fan. Oh, fuck the Lions. I respect them clearly. I'm just more giving the devil's advocate. Like, are they though? Because the defense, I think, will be okay because they got Dan Campbell. But I mean, Lions fans in the NFL, I think in general, like, oh, the Lions will be okay on offense without Ben Johnson, and like. They were overall in general numbers wise, but the way the scheme and the way the season ended was not. So I'm just sort of interested to see what I mean, am I wrong? I mean, I don't know.
When I say they'll be fine, like they're never going to be an under 500 this year. I cannot.
Yes,
can you believe that the Lions, like the downfall of the Lions, and we could say it's Ben Johnson. Their offense was fine, and it wasn't as good as it was, but like it wasn't the offense necessarily. Like. The defense was healthier, and it shit the bed. And their I guess the word I would say is their situational football was way worse. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't because Dan Campbell was going for every 4th down. It was just things cut up to them, right? And it's the NFL. It's the NFL, right? But they'll be fine next year. Again, dude. So will the fucking Packers. So will the Bears. And I believe in Kevin O'Connell.
I'm more worried about the Lions than I am the Packers and the Vikings. Now, it might not be much, but I'm saying in general, if you ask me, who are you most worried about for the NFC North next year for the Bears? It would be the Lions, number 1. I know the Packers are still our fucking – we think we got the monkey off our back. We need to beat the shit out of them next year to double down, to really, bury that monkey, if you will, because we've had the monkey killing us for 2 decades, almost 3. So,
I root for Seattle in general, mostly just because the fact that you guys got the Sonics taken away from you, and now they're in OKC and they won a championship. But Seattle's a great sports town.
So annoying,
they have great fans. It's a great town, and OKC is a shithole. So it's bullshit. Sean Kemp, Gary Payton, that was an awesome run. They had great fans, and it's just bullshit. And the Mariners, great fans, great organization, and the Seahawks have the best fans. Let's be honest. The 12th man is a thing. It's not a lie.
Let's see. I'm pretty sure Seattle is the next in line to get a team. It just blows that it's
But they had their team. They had their team. It was a good team, right? Rick Carl, dude. Rick Carl. I love Rick Carl. Rick Carl looked like the dude from Guess Who. Remember Guess Who, the game? He was that bald dude. That was Rick Carl.
Right.
He was that dude.
Hey, they got MJ and Pippen,
Jackpot says thoughts on Scooble and his contract situation. I don't know what happened in arbitration. Again, not a baseball fan, but I will say this: I do pay attention to baseball. Shout out to Scooble. My parents are from Kingman, Arizona. Very small. I mean, it has 100,000 people, but it's not Phoenix. It's in the northwest part of Arizona. Tyler Scooble is from Kingman, Arizona, and my mom works at the school that Tyler Scooble went to, so he's a big deal there. Guy's fucking Cy Young, whatever. Multiple Tommy Johns, though, is the problem. Before he was something. So he has 2 Tommy Johns under his record, I think. He's the arbitration's weird. I don't think it's settled yet, but it's something he's either going to get $35 million or $16 million. And generally, arbitration leans towards the player, so $35 million makes more sense.
So basically what happened in the lamest terms is I never do, but he is setting the precedent for all other players down the road. Because exactly what Rob just said, it's either 35 or 16, whatever the hell the numbers are. It's either literally a difference of somewhere upwards of 20 mil, from what the player wants to the team wants. Scooble just fucking laid down the groundwork for all at least good players and not amazing players. Basically, you know what he did, Rob? In the lamest terms of the NFL, Scooble just laid down the groundwork for MLB players to have a franchise tag. That's exactly what he just did. Did I
say Rick Carl? It's George Carl. I said George Carl, right?
George, no, you said
maybe I was saying George.
I think you were thinking Rick Carlisle.
Rick Carlisle. Yeah, that's I love Rick Carlisle.
Yeah.
Pacers. Yeah,
Well,
Rick Carlisle
George,
was awesome.
George Carl was also bald as well. And I think Rick
He
Carlisle
was the guy from Guess Who, bro.
Right.
That's him.
But no, I'm saying, do you understand what I'm saying though? Because I read some articles about this. I think this is the whole major thing with this whole situation is that Scooble or how the fuck you say his name, he laid down the groundwork for all future MLB players to get a lot more. To your point, they always used to lean towards the team, so they would get fucked. That's why when the qualifying offer comes out, every player rejects it. This now completely just threw that out the window to where the teams might still try to do this, but if they really want that player to stay, they have to now up this because this is now a precedent. So I'm just saying, I think in a way, he laid the groundwork for MLB baseball players to have their own NFL-style franchise tag. They call it qualifying offer in the MLB, but I think it's going to be more used like a franchise tag where you're going to get a lot higher number than used to.
Professor says I want to keep him. He's a jackpot. You need to get rid of Scooble though. I love Scooble. Again, nothing against him, but you got to sign him to the offer and trade him because you can't sign a pitcher long term that has had multiple arm injuries. You don't pay money for pitchers. That's just the way baseball works.
Dude, he's the best pitcher in.
Right, but like he's gonna want $35 million a year for 5 years. Not a good business. You got to trade him to the Yankees. Trade him to the Yankees. You get a bunch for the Yankees.
You're talking about that. You're talking about Tommy John as if we're back in when we were growing up, bro. This is like it's as if you tear your ACL. It's the same shit. Multiple people tear the ACL multiple times. They're fine. This guy is he's the like.
No, I get it. I'm saying is that I don't want to pay him. They're not one pitcher away. The Tigers aren't one pitcher away. You got to trade him and get your haul. Get a haul for him, man.
No, you don't.
I don't know. Again, this isn't the baseball.
I guess ask the White Sox.
We can talk baseball.
No, I'm saying ask the White Sox how that worked with Garrett. Yeah, real quick, just before we go any further with this, and we can move on right after I say this. I will send this to you because I can't tell you every single player, but right now, if the White Sox were pieces of shit, an idiot fucking ran organization, if they kept all the players that they traded away within the last 4 to 5 years, they would be a playoff team for said players exactly as we speak. It's because
Chris Sale's still crushing.
And I'm talking more Garrett Crochet, who won the fucking Cy Young for the fucking Red Sox. And
the White Sox, hey, hold on, right? The White Sox they're a little bitch franchise.
Well, you can camp out here for a while.
Well, this is pretty sweet. Is this couch fold out to a bed?
Yeah, totally great bed. But that's Jenkins' bed. Your bed's over here.
Dude, that is so fucking weak. How am I supposed to get a chick in that?
No, don't worry, dude. You couldn't get a chick if you had a $100 bill hanging out of your zipper.
Yeah, I could.
No, dude, you're a little bitch.
I am not. I don't even know why I hang out with you guys.
Because you're a piece of shit.
I am not a piece of shit.
Well, yeah, but you're a little bitch.
Sure.
Damn it, you cut the best part. You guys say that.
You always say that. It's the White Sox.
50 more times. I'm totally not hanging with you guys.
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
At least I'm on the team. They want me on the.
But it's funny because, like, I'm a diehard Cubs fan. I want the White Sox to be good because when the White Sox are good, Chicago is a more fun city in general to be around. Like, and because I will root for the White Sox until they play the Cubs. But like, that's what I'm getting at. The White Sox would be a playoff team if they didn't trade away all the players that they did over the last 4 to 5 years. It's crazy.
Professor says the Tigers are cheap. A player doesn't sue his team and usually stay there. Beyond that, like, they don't have the salary cap. Or it's not even a salary cap, but baseball is unlimited. But they don't have the resources to be paying one player 30% of their essentially their cap.
I'll say two things. There's one side of and both of you, Booty and Rob, I believe I'm 100% with you guys. I was just saying, I was reading insider things. Of course, who the fuck, you and I can be insiders, I'm just saying. But because they signed, I can't remember the fuck the guy's name, but they signed a pitcher 3 years, 115, 120, 12 million, what the hell it was. He's a really good pitcher, some Hispanic guy, but nonetheless, when they signed him, most people probably like Booty and shit was just like, all right, well, like Scooble's gone, like, because they gave him over $100 million. And exactly you guys are saying, they don't have a lot of money. But these insiders are trying to say that doesn't mean anything because they're trying to go for it. So, I mean, the only thing I will say is that, yes, the Tigers are cheap. But now, Rob or Booty, help me out here. I don't think the Tigers have not changed owners since like when the Tigers went to the World Series with Matt Scherzer, Miguel Ordonez, like those guys. Or no, Matt Scherzer. No, those are two different World Series teams. So I'm sorry. Like,
all right, hold on. Sorry, we have to move on from the Tigers. We just have to.
No.
We have to. We can't just talk baseball
Move
forever
on,
just because I don't know. Professor, I just saw good vibes, homies. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you. I'm getting rough right now. I'm gonna finish the show out. This is rough. The professor says, is Mahomes gonna miss time next year? They'll retool and be back. The Chiefs are not dead. No, he's not gonna miss time. No way.
No, it's just everybody. What percentage do you think of like whatever 100% MVP near MVP Mahomes is towards injury? I'm saying 70 to 80%. He'll be ready to go from the beginning of the season, and then give it a month or two, he'll be 100% back to normal. So
yeah, he also is Patrick Mahomes, who is not like it's not an average quarterback. He has the best opportunity, the best doctors. Like he'll be fine. It wasn't week 18, right? It wasn't the playoffs. Like 9 months for ACLs is Adrian Peterson kind of debunked that when that happened. But like he's also not playing fucking running back. You know what I'm saying? He can afford to be a little bit diminished and still dominate. It's Patrick Mahomes. He's got a lot to prove.
Who's the major player? They got their ACL torn. Kittle. I'm saying somebody like him. Kittle ain't coming back.
Well, that was an Achilles. Achilles is worse than and like we saw Kirk Cousins come back.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry, it wasn't Achilles. Yeah, but still, like Kittle.
Aaron Rodgers came back. You know what I'm saying? I know it was week 1 when that happened, but like Aaron Rodgers was 40 years old. Like this is like, I'm telling you, Patrick Mahomes is coming back. Professor said Broncos will regress slightly too. They won a shit ton. The Broncos are that team. That's what we were saying all year about the AFC, and it sucks for Josh Allen that they gave him a shit team around him, and he was playing with a broken bone in his foot, and most likely something with his wrist. We know his wrist was hurt. So like this was week 5 injury, week 9 injury, and then week 15, I believe, was the official against the Browns, the broken bone in his foot. Josh Allen, flowers to Josh Allen. We love Josh Allen. I can't. I'm so sad for Josh Allen.
How could you not watch those post exit interviews from the players to him? And especially when they fucking shot McDermott. I heard you. I watched your videos of you guys talk about that earlier this week.
And what do? They promoted the offensive coordinator. Like,
dude,
come
they
on,
should have hired
dude.
Brian Dable. At that point, should have hired Brian Dable.
Anyone. Yeah, Brian Dable. I don't like Brian Dable as head coach. Better than what they have now. Better than what they have now.
Brady or Brian Dable. Give me Brian
Joe
Dable.
Brady, bum, bro,
Dude.
bum.
But, hey,
bum.
the only thing I'm praying for Josh Allen's sake is that the reports said he was locking arms with everybody to who was going to get hired. So, I mean, if he was actually backing up Joe Brady, God bless his soul for his own grave. But I don't think so, man. I mean, I don't tell me if I'm wrong, but I mean, the reports were that. I just don't know if he actually was the one to totally back Joe Brady.
We got Mouth still in here. We love you, Mouth. Smashing goals. The last game this season. Get on the fucking Patreon before draft season. Prices go up. Plus, I'll poop on your lawn if you don't. Again, Downtown Sports,
Ray,
gentlemen, if you like this show.
You don't want Mouth and Ray's dumps on your lawns.
You're going to love Downtown Sports. Link in the description for that, as well as the Patreon. Kind of a sister, brother. I don't know how a sister program of us, but they're much more reputable than us because they've had, they have Iron Eagle on their show, and they had Imagine Dragons. They had Trey Parker and Matt Stone on their fucking show. Not this actual current show, but Mouth's old podcast had Trey and Matt. The fuck, man? Like, I love it. I love it. Mouth, you're awesome.
About earlier, dude. Like, Mouth's the real deal.
As much as I hate Imagine Dragons, very reputable band and better than Bad Bunny. That's not saying much. My shit sound better than Bad Bunny, right? Like,
hey,
they
Imagine
really
Dragons,
do.
we can understand, and they have meaningful lyrics at least to a point.
Well, and it's English.
Come again? You know I don't speak Spanish. In English, please.
In English, please. Appreciate your mouth. Downtown Sports, link in the description, as well as the Patreon if you're into what you're watching, because guess what? We're going to crush so much ass next year. We crushed so much ass this year. I know a lot of you guys are new. Oh, Chris Olave and George Pickens, those two guys. And again, Tucker Kraft. Again, I'm still taking Tucker Kraft victory laps just based on his draft capital and just I mentioned Tucker Kraft in every show. You know what? Next year.
I don't know what I'm saying, but if he was healthy all year, you would have won. I don't know how many leagues did you win overall?
I won 9 of 36 redraft leagues. I probably would have won 15 because I had Tucker Kraft in 19 of 36
leagues. I was
leagues.
Gonna be nice since they gave you an extra 2 to 3, but I mean, you know your teams are more. So I mean, if you're, I'm saying, if
maybe I was a little aggressive. Yeah,
but either
he was that good though.
But I'm saying an extra 2 to 3 is still 12. That's fucking great. I mean, I understand that's a third. I guess a little under a third, but still, like, fuck. It is a third. 12 out of 36. There you go.
This is becoming an epic. This is what I love. This is the last show of 2025, technically 2026 of this football season. We're at 2 hours and 10 minutes, and we are back to 15 minutes behind comments. This is what I love. This is what we do. We had so many streams at like 4 hours this year, and I just never stop. And you're gonna love this comment from Professor.
Who are the majority of those with?
Mostly you. The long ones are with you. You are the longest ones. Now the Packers and Bears are going to run that division. This is just porn for Ray. If Ray hears this, you know what? I'm not going to count out the Vikings. Kevin O'Connell's legit. That roster's legit. I'm not going to count out the fucking Lions. I'm not going to count the Lions.
Not either. Did I not just say that? Like I'm more worried about the Lions than the Packers. Now I understand the Packers have had a 3-decade stronghold of butt fucking the Bears, but I'll just say this real quick: is that I honestly think I do believe in KOC as a coach. I think he might be. I believe in him more than I personally. I think Rob, maybe you think I'm crazy. I think that it goes in order. Dan Campbell as overall, like CEO of a team. Dan Campbell,
leader.
Ben Johnson, KOC, and LaFleur. You might switch Ben Johnson in KOC. I don't know, but I'm just saying like. I think LaFleur is the worst just because he's a great coach. Because I'm with you, Rob. When we were talking about this,
you know what's wild? If Matt LaFleur might be the worst coach in the NFC North, but Matt LaFleur would have been the #1 hire of all 10 teams that hired offensive coordinators.
Well,
do the math and the quarterbacks and the fucking rosters.
Maybe besides John Harbaugh, maybe that's it. I'm saying maybe that's
and then
maybe that's it. That's it. To be honest, I'm with you on that. And I'm honestly I'm praying that the Bears and Ben Johnson continue. I'm just gonna say this: after watching tonight's game and watching Drake May throughout the playoffs, I'm very comfortable with the Bears having Caleb, especially watching him develop through the season and him having that killer fourth. Like Ben. I mean, Rob, let's be real. You've watched the Bears longer than I have. Every time our whole life we watch the Bears, the fucking quarterbacks always faltered in the fourth quarter when things mattered. Caleb's this. I mean, I felt like this is the first time, fucking 6 times. Like I don't know. I'm just hoping, but I'm not giving up a Drake May. He was set. Oh, was he 1 vote away from MVP?
Well, no, I want to get to this in a second, just because this is you bring up a great point, and we've avoided this just because we're Bears fans about the Caleb Drake May thing. Before I get to that, Mouse South, the Magic Dragons interview is 100% legit. Again, Downtown Sports, and now I have to do one more chug, which this isn't a chug, this is a shot. I'm doing a chug. Ray will do a chug for this one too because he deserves it. But what I want to bring up is we had a lot of conversations on this show about Drake May versus Caleb, right? And Drake May seemed to leap him. Last year is Jaden Daniels was that was the #1 pick. It should have been Jaden Daniels, right? And Jaden Daniels is out of the conversation now. And then it was Drake May, right? And then the crazy thing is Drake May went to the Super Bowl, guys. And did he actually improve his stock? Where if you ask me, Caleb Williams in the playoffs, I know he only won one game at 1-1, played so much better than Drake May in the playoffs. It's not even close. Drake May only, in my mind, hurt his stock, did not play great. The only game he played well in was that Texans game, 3 touchdowns, 190. It was like 190 yards. But like it was all on deep passes.
They might have been the best defense.
No, I get it. But Caleb Williams had moments, elite moments, and the eye test. That's what I'm trying to say is that Caleb Williams improved his stock in my mind, even though he only went 1-1. And Drake May, I'm telling you, he got a little exposed. The fumbles. Remember, I remember, Ray, I was telling you about the fumbles going into the playoffs. I was worried about it. It didn't matter because the schedule and some of the luck they had. But Drake May got exposed, my dude. And Caleb Williams was the opposite of getting exposed. Caleb Williams opened our eyes on the 2 throws. I'm not saying just because 2 throws, but they were so elite and so wacky and just everything else. Like, Caleb Williams was playing at an A+ level, and Drake May was playing at a C. Now, the regular season is what it is. They both had really easy schedules, right? 4th place schedules. I'm just saying, now where we're sitting right now, chat, what do you guys think? Is it Drake May? Is it Caleb? How do you redraft the 2023 quarterback draft? 2024 quarterback draft? Is it? What do you think, Ray?
Well, and here's the thing. On top of it, there's a couple things that also put into this. One has Josh McDaniels. One has Ben Johnson. Now, Josh McDaniels clearly helped Drake May develop, become a quarterback that he was and is today. But I'm with you, man. Like, the easy schedule throughout the year, the playoffs, he went against some great Ds. Between the last 2 games, he had Denver defense and Seattle's defense, aka the top 2 defenses in the NFL, and he was exposed. Now, which is, I will give him flowers, to be honest. Like, he went through Texans and beat them. Like you said, he get great numbers, but then he went against the other. Were Texans number 1 throughout the year, right? Or Seattle maybe was
number 1 defense. No, Texans were number 1 defense.
There you go. So I'm saying he killed them, or not killed them, but did well. But then, he had last week or 2 weeks ago, and did not do very well, and then went against Seattle this week. And I guess, like I said, dude, I said it from the get go when I realized I got fucked with the fantasy playoff league for at least not getting second place because Chaz was going to win no matter what. But anyways, that the Patriots are early to the party. They, for a Chicago reference, they were the 2015 Chicago Cubs. The Bears were the same thing. Teams that you thought going into the season, looking at the way it was built, there's no way they're gonna, even if they get to the playoffs, they'll be lucky to win 1 game, and if they do, they'll get killed. And as the season progressed, the Patriots never faltered. They did well, but the problem was that their schedule was so easy. And people who understand football, it comes to a point as the season progresses and the game gets harder and every team gets better and everything gets more squeezed and more calculated and more like every little detail matters more and more compared to the regular season. You can get away with so many fucking things. When you get to the Super Bowl, especially, that's it. Like, little details matter. And this is where the Patriots did not have those little details equaled out. And I mean, time may come. And honestly, I think it will come because when you have Drake May, and you have Vrabel, I believe in Vrabel. I do believe in Josh McDaniels as an offensive coordinator too, but I mean, he clearly has things to fix. You know what I mean? Like, he was exposed today, big time. Now, and Mike McDonald, he had a fucking great scheme put together today. So I'm just saying,
elite,
yes.
Dude. The Seahawks, elite. Good for them. MVP. Shout out MVP. Patreon guy, we love you, MVP. I know it didn't work out for you in our fantasy playoff league. By the way, shout out Chaz, shout out Jonathan and Ray for getting 3rd place in our. That was the inaugural Patreon Discord Professional Fanatics League. We got 4th place, me and Storey. So Travion Henderson, go fuck yourself. You're a clown. Travion Henderson sucks. Again, if you're just tuning to the show, I've been saying Travion Henderson sucks since he was drafted, and he is so bad. He's the worst. He's the worst.
Hey, you don't know what? I got his best production in his career to get me to my playoffs. Yeah. I'm saying regular season.
Little Caesars, dude. I like Little Caesars. Crazy bread's amazing. It's amazing. The pizza's not great, but it's amazing. PG says, "Shut up, PZ. Mahomes MVP next year. Give me your odds for that one."
He'll be a top 5 odds right away. I mean, it's Mahomes. And on top of that, Rob, just real quick, Vegas loves the odds. So, like, it's his name. They want to take people's money. So I'm just saying, I don't care what the odds are. I mean, I'm whatever top 5 is. What is it? 1 in 20, 1 in 15, or whatever it is. Like the same something around those odds. It doesn't matter though. Like he could very well win, but he very well. I mean, I know it's a very easy statement to say, but I'm saying I think he might be a bait pick for money wise going into next year.
Oh, I love this channel. I love this community. Shout out to all you guys. You guys make my day and my job. This is my job. It's not very lucrative right now. Tonight's been pretty lucrative, but it makes it enjoyable because we have Professor saying same Josh Allen's so good, which is very accurate. And then Jackpot NFC has been more dominant the past few years. That's true. But then Dakota comes in with why are we making Josh Allen excuses right now? Dakota, I love you so much. This motherfucker hates Josh Allen. Josh Allen. No. Not only did Josh Allen fuck Dakota's wife or mother or any woman in his life, raw dogged and like DP'd him with his best friend. I don't know what's going on, Dakota. I love you. Josh Allen's elite.
Rob, let me real quick with you. He pissed in Dakota's mouth while he was sleeping, and he woke up, and at that point, just had a vendetta, which I would. Anybody would. I don't know, man. Why do you have such a vendetta against Josh Allen? He had a broken foot and got his team to the playoffs with nothing. Literally, dude. Fucking they benched his what they would call his best receiver, which we know it wasn't. I'm saying Tevin Coleman, or not Tevin. I've been talking about running back. Jesus, Keon Coleman. Like, fuck sakes, man.
Ray, I owe a chug. You gotta do a chug for me. Do a chug because I gotta take a little one off on this one. I've done a lot of shots. Go ahead,
right here.
Pound it up. Professor says they should have hired Mike McDaniel over Joe Brady. Oh, dude, Mike McDaniel, not the best head coach, but elite coordinator, way better coordinator than Joe Brady. And here's the point with the Bills: if you're gonna fire the head coach, who has been Sean McDermott, super successful, you need to make a big change, a culture change, a major change. And just promoting the offensive coordinator is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And here's the craziest thing is that they tried to scapegoat Sean McDermott as the Keon Coleman culprit, right? This defensive head coach was the one that was like, yeah, we got to draft Keon Coleman. It was Joe Brady. It was Joe Brady. The bottom line is Joe Brady wanted to fucking draft Keon Coleman, so they scapegoated fucking McDermott, who I'm not a big fan of. He's fine.
I'm sorry to cut you. I'm saying I can't believe the owner did that.
Just
that
bad.
Was so frustrating, bro. Like,
the Bills are a mess. They're a mess. What are they doing?
Dude, like, Rob, let's put it this way, everybody. Just very easy terms to understand. Again, I'll go back to being Bears fans. The Bills, since Rob has been alive, have been to 4 Super Bowls. They lost 4 straight. Now they've had Josh Allen. And in reality, they've had some pretty decent teams in the middle. The amount of wins that the Bills have had since since the first Super Bowl appearance compared to the Bears is probably close to 100+ wins, to be honest. Like, I don't know. I'm just pulling that number out of my ass. It's got to be, maybe it's 60. 60 wins is still a lot in 30 years. I mean, that means, you know what I'm getting at. It's just that it's just sad that the ownership is so dysfunctional to just not get it. When that guy said that, that dude reminded me exactly of, I'll just go back to the Bears, just to hit on the owners, just to be non-biased. What's his name? George McCaskey. I'm not a football guy. I'm just a fan. It's like, that was prior to Kevin Warren, who's now the president, being hired. It's like, that was with, I think, Tressman or Nagy, one of those two. It's like, then don't you fucking talk about football or do anything if you don't know football.
What do you think? Shout out again, Professor, first-time viewer, I'm pretty sure.
Please,
what a guy.
Dude, you're
love
awesome,
this guy.
dude. Please join the Discord,
I
bro.
can't wait
You
to have you in the
absolutely love
community. Don't the Ravens wish they had fired Harbaugh for Mike McDonald, sorry. They're the same guy, right? Essentially the same guy. The difference is Harbaugh has been like played out, right? Like, here's the thing: no one mentions. I feel like McDonald's kind of like a Harbaugh clone, right? Like just a no nonsense defensive guy, very organized, and that was what Harbaugh was. But Harbaugh apparently just lost his mind with the whole Derrick Henry thing. Like, dude, not giving Derrick Henry the ball 24 times a game, especially when Lamar's hurt, is losing your mind. It's getting cute. And you can't get cute when you're running a defensive organization.
Why anybody gets cute with anything? It's fucking annoying, dude. Like,
no, but in this, okay, it's one. If you have Lamar with Todd Monken, they had the exotic passing game. That's one thing. When Lamar was hurt and when he was injured and when he came back, he was still hurt. We all know Lamar was hurt all year. We've watched Lamar Jackson play at an MVP level for 4, 5, maybe 6 seasons now. And you're going to choose to put your quarterback at risk and try to throw the ball and bring in Rashad Ali and fucking just literally backup running backs. Like, I like Keaton Mitchell. Keaton Mitchell's a fun player. Derrick Henry's an all-time player. What are we doing? And that's the problem. Like, yes, they should have fired Harbaugh a while ago. But that being said, I feel like Harbaugh's a great hire for the Giants. He's an adult.
And they need an adult in there. But I mean, I guess I will say this. I do think they do regret it. Now, how much they regret it might be, up for debate, because the Ravens have always been about, stability, keeping, I mean, honestly, like, I remember, was it Brian Belichick, right? The
Brian Belichick, yeah.
Yeah, it was Brian Belichick and pretty much Jim Harbaugh. I don't know, like, who was the coach in the middle if there wasn't. I don't think there was. Maybe I'm wrong, but who are it's just, like, they're like the Steelers, dude. Like, honestly, like, being a Browns fan must be so fucking frustrating. Just besides I'm just like, you see your two, like, basically being a Bears fan and seeing the Packers having 3 quarterbacks, it's the same shit. You know what I mean? Like, when you have such a dysfunctional team and having the Ravens, like with the Ravens, they're not dysfunctional, but they're sort of like leaning towards that way now. Like the Bills. I know the Bills have always sort of been dysfunctional, but dude, like, I don't know. I'm with you. It's not a good look for them at the moment.
Not as bad as the Bills situation right now, because there's just cum dripping down the walls of the Bills organization right now.
Hey, guys, the management needs everybody to get out because they caught a guy jerking off in here, and they're going to send in a crew to wipe down the loads. Go ahead.
Did Lamar Jackson send out any tweet about me crying when John Harbaugh got fired? On like, not a majority, but a lot of Bills players were very unhappy.
Harbaugh was anti-Lamar. That's the point. He knows he won a Super Bowl with Flacco, and he was a little bit not anti-Lamar, saying like,
no. Right.
The thing is, no one in Baltimore, no one in the media throws Lamar under the table. Like, the thing is, people hate Josh Allen. They again, Dakota, I love you. Lamar is much more to blame for the postseason struggles of this organization than Josh Allen is. Mal says Josh Allen threw up on Dakota's favorite chair during halftime with Dakota's Aunt Mildred under the bleachers at the University of Wyoming. This community is next level. I owe a shot for that one. And then I'm gonna move on to Jackpot Super Chat. Shout out Jackpot, appreciate you, my dude. Caleb Williams has not beat Jared Goff. Is that for sure? Well, he lost. Yeah, week 18 they definitely lost. Can't believe they lost that game, by the way.
No, he's right. Like, immediately.
So 0-2. Yeah, well, week 2 they got smoked. It was like, was it 48 to fucking 20?
Didn't win last year. Oh no, yeah, didn't win last year either. So again, to be honest, what has Jared Goff done for me to be scared? I'll just leave it at that.
Dude, I love Jared Goff. My thing is, I always say, Jared Goff's a professional quarterback. Like,
winning,
he doesn't elevate his teammates.
But Rob, I guess I didn't elaborate what I meant to say. What the hell has he done in the playoffs? He is a regular season great quarterback. He's gone to a Super Bowl, and that is honestly a way bigger feat than the majority of quarterbacks who've ever played in the NFL have done. Just saying, like, I'm not afraid of Jared Goff.
That was with Sean McVay, though. Sean McVay is a top 3 coach in the NFL by a mile. Dan Campbell is the top 2 leader in the NFL, not quite to that point. And Jared Goff is a very good control, right? As a control, you're talking about like science or anything else, control in an experiment. Jared Goff is that.
Joe Flacco, he's a statue, bro. He can't move. When the fucking rush gets on him, he's done. He's so done. I mean, am I wrong? Like,
it's just that if Jared Goff gets off a spot, if you pressure Jared Goff, I'm telling you, he is way closer to Tua than he is Caleb or than he is Josh Allen. And that's the problem where everything has to go perfect. We've seen this look at Drake May tonight. Drake May is an elite talents. And Drake May got off his spot tonight, and the rushing lanes weren't quite there, 37 rushing yards, and that was 16 on one rush, and it didn't really matter. Jared Goff, I love Jared Goff, dude. Jared Goff's great. Like, the problem, Jared Goff's one of those quarterbacks where it's like, you can't get rid of him because you're not going to do better, right? It's like dating a girl that's an 8. Yeah, 8's solid, bro. She's cool. She watches football, big tits, fucking sucks your dick. But there's 10s out there. But the second you break up with this 8, you ain't finding something better. It's going to take you years. And by the time you find something, guess what? You're now 49 years old, and you're not finding a 10 because now you're balding, right? And that's Jared Goff.
The grass ain't always greener on the other side. But here's the thing. The Rams tried to find that out, and they fucked around and found out. And they fucked around in the good way. Because they have a Hall of Fame quarterback. And the Lions, being the dysfunctional franchise they are up until recently with Dan Campbell, because, I mean, you and I lived through the Matt McMillan ran Lions over 16. You know what I mean? Like, I know that's long gone, but either way, still, the proof's in the pudding. You know what I mean? One hit.
That was an elite example of both teams winning the trade, because I'm telling you, I feel like the Lions won that trade because their whole, if you want to call it a dynasty, like they got their roster overturned. Yeah, but the Rams won a Super Bowl, and they might win a Super Bowl next year. So, like, I would say the Rams ultimately won the trade because they won the Super Bowl, and then somehow their infrastructure and Sean McVay is so good that they can, you know, they had cap issues, right? They had no draft capital. They already had issues with draft capital before the trade. And, you know, here comes Jared Verse. Here comes all these other guys. Like, it was a perfect storm, and that rarely happens. Usually it's one-sided. Jared Goff underachieves with the best weapons from Professor.
I just want to say
and
real quick,
that's the thing. Good weapons.
I just want to real quick with that is that with Jared Goff, to your point, like when he was at Sean McVay, Jared Goff went to the Super Bowl. Now, I know they had probably more elite talent at the moment when they went to the Super Bowl compared to the trade to the Lions. My point is the Lions looked at Jared Goff being the perfect bridge quarterback for their cultural change. And that's literally in the middle of what we're at. They're getting to the end of that timeline with him. Now they need to find something else. Am I wrong to say that?
No. And Raiders are going to win the Super Bowl next year. Big jackass slots. Sorry, bro.
There's a Mendoza. You know what? This guy went to IU. He's a Mendoza fucking lover. And they're going to fucking tell you what's what.
Raiders are a mess, and their division is. We're talking about how hard the NFC North is. The NFC North and the AFC West are equal tough because Bo Nix and Sean Payton ain't going anywhere. Justin Herbert showed me a lot this year, okay, and John Harbaugh's a shit. Now they have McDaniels as the offensive coordinator.
And
what the fuck are we talking about?
Back. And the 2 tackles coming back. Yeah, his 2 stalwarts are coming back. Yeah, good luck.
That's 3 elite teams and elite coaches and elite quarterbacks.
People are sitting there being like, "Oh well, Omarion Hampton isn't going to fit Mike McDaniel's scheme." You know what's fucking hilarious about that, Rob? Tell me again. Please tell me if I'm wrong. I would love for you to tell me I'm wrong. I just don't think I am. Is that
I like to do it,
and you do all the time, and I'm happy for you to do it. Jim Harbaugh and Mike McDaniel sat together, and and he probably asked him, "What did you do wrong in Miami?" And he probably said, "Whatever the fuck he did," being like, "I'm a little pussy,
cocaine,
Mark Trestman level pussy, and I can't control a room, and I have great offensive mind though." And he's like, "You know what? All you're gonna do? You're gonna sit back, give me your great offensive ideas, and when I think it's dumb, I'm gonna tell you, Shelly, shut the fuck up, and you just watch me. You're gonna learn how to lead. I'm gonna teach you how to be a coach and be a leader of men. I don't care if you're a little dweeb-looking nerd like you are. I'm gonna teach you. You just need to give me what you are best at, which is your schemes and your awesome mind to get my team and my players open. But you want to know what? I drafted Omarion Hampton because I love him. I don't care if you hate him. You're going to use him. He's going to be a vocal point of our team. He's a first-round pick. You know what? I'm just saying, like, because I'm saying.
Well, you asked what Mike McDaniel was doing in Miami. He was just taking it all in, bro.
Excuse me, sir. This is private property. What are you doing?
Just taking it all in.
You're staring at my daughter's bedroom.
She's really grown into her body. This is going to be a fun summer for her.
It's funny because that was it's so funny because I can easily equate this to what Peter is Mike McDaniel, and that guy walking up is the owner of the Dolphins, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And he's at first he's just admiring because he was doing great, Everything was
Tyreek
great
Hill
right away.
and Jalen Waddle and just awesome. And then
Great. When everything
taking
hit the
it all
shit,
in.
it's like, what are you really doing? And he's like, just admiring your daughter. And that's when it's just like, wait, so you don't know what you're doing? You're just doing coke and you're dressing up like you're fucking from Miami, but you're really some fucking nerd from like God knows where you're from.
Well, and then Ray, it went to just this is really bad. It got really bad.
We got to definitely write a song about how we do not diddle kids. Do not diddle kids. It's no good diddling kids.
There is no quicker way for people to think that you are diddling kids than by writing a song about.
First of all, before I get to Professor Super Chat, which I appreciate, you're the man. Yeah, wouldn't be my daughter. Can't be older than my wife. Gotta be small. No, you're my daughter.
Think that you are diddling kids and by writing a song about not diddling kids.
He says, Tucker Kraft's my favorite player. Professor, you're my favorite person in the history of the world. I love you because if anyone knows, the people of the community know my Discord picture. And again, I'm a Bears fan, right, Ray? What is my Discord picture? What is my icon in the Discord in the community chat? What is it?
It's Tucker Kraft doing something or another.
It's a picture of Tucker Kraft. It's a picture of Tucker Kraft because no one was more all in than Tucker Kraft.
Now,
again, it didn't work out great, but
he was.
It was a good pick.
Though you are a Bears fan, but explain to him what you really are. Like you're true, like your heart where it goes.
I'm a money fan.
Players. No, you're fantasy.
I like winning
players,
fantasy
that's where
leagues.
your money's at. Okay.
Yeah, and Tucker Kraft's my guy. And this year, I drafted him in 19 leagues. Again, it didn't always work out. It didn't work. No, it didn't work out. He got hurt, but it was bullshit. And he would have been a top 2 tight end. Drafted at tight end 9, greatest pick of all time.
If you didn't, pick him,
he's the best.
I'm saying if you didn't pick him, did you win any leagues where you did pick him?
Oh, 4 or 5 of them because I had Harold Fannin.
Okay, well there you go. Okay,
Yeah, Harold Fannin, baby.
But in general, though, when you had Tucker Kraft, at least helped you get up with the fantasy point overall numbers for, you know what I mean? And then Fannin might have been a little drop off, but not that much.
All right, I gotta find where we're at in the chat here. We are way behind. Ray loves staying on for fucking 4 hours. I love Ray. Ray's
not really when I gotta be at work 5 hours.
Oh, dude. All right, dude. Ray, I'm gonna finish the show.
Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm gonna look my boss in the face and be like, "Yeah, it was the Super Bowl." That's
a good call. Also, Jordan Love is way too disrespected. We're both kind of big Jordan Love fans based on the perception.
So when he says that though, like, all right, what Booty and you, please, like, when I think when he's disrespected, are you talking top 10, top 5? I'm saying for Booty, not you. But in general, I'm thinking
he's saying he's disrespected is because non-Packers fans think he's trash and Packers fans think he's amazing. I think he's closer to amazing than trash. Right?
I think he's more.
He didn't lose that game against the Bears. It wasn't him. He played amazing.
But I think he's more in line of like 10 to 15 overall. I'm me.
No, it's 7 to 10, 7 to 10, 9 to 10, 9 to 12, something like that. All right, Jordan Love or Jalen Hurts?
I think Jalen Hurts has won a Super Bowl.
Ew, bro. What are you talking? Dude, Jalen Hurts is terrible. Jalen Hurts sucks.
I've watched Jordan Love do plenty of things that make me think he sucks as well. So just going with a guy who's,
I guess.
I'm going with a clutch guy. I'll just leave it at that. I understand actual throwing wise. Yes, Jordan Love is elite because he learned from an elite all-time thrower, aka Aaron Rodgers, because he looks like an Aaron Rodgers copy the way he throws. And I'm saying that's not a bad thing. Like, because he makes some Aaron Rodgers-esque accurate throws. It's just he needs to fine-tune that. Because it's like, dude, that's the problem I have with him, Rob, is like he will literally win you the game and give you like he's like a Sam Darnold. But Sam Darnold won the Super Bowl. But the Packer organization just doesn't invest on the offensive side of the ball for his weapon-wise. It's weird.
We got some breaking news from Dakota here, and now the report comes out that May had to get an injection in his shoulder, just take the loss. Is this a Josh Allen comment, Dakota? Is this a Josh Allen comment? We're not comparing Josh Allen to Drake May, but like, so because now Josh now that we have an injured Drake May, he gets excuses, but Josh Allen doesn't. Like,
and by the way, I could give a fuck. I don't give a shit about a guy who's able to be injured and play through when they're making millions of dollars. I want to tell you right now.
2 week break too. 2 week break too before the Super Bowl. 2 week break.
Real quick, just again, I'm not trying to be I'm unbiased here. I'm trying to be unbiased here. Rob, I want your opinion. When Cutler hurt himself back in 2010, do you think he could have came back, or do you think he was actually hurt? I believe he was hurt because there's no way.
I know he was hurt. It was an MCL. He would not have missed that game. What the fuck?
But I'm saying, dude,
people are dumb. People are dumb, though.
Bears fans. I'm saying that people were literally to this day believe this shit. And it's like, what are you fucking?
Those are the same. Hey. Those are the same people that are watching Bad Bunny and being like, "Yeah, it's a pretty good show."
Come again? You know I don't speak Spanish. In English, please.
I love that. In English, please. The way he says, I don't speak Spanish, but the way he says in English is the tone.
Dakota, let us know. I didn't see this report again. I've been on the show for 2 hours and 40 minutes now, so I have not opened my phone up outside of checking the subscriber count, which I've had 5 subscribers on the show. I appreciate all you guys.
I'm going to X. I'm going to M. Scheffner. We're gonna find out.
Go to that. Let's see what's up. Let's see the source, and let's see here. We have. So again, one last to tie a bow on this Hurts and Love thing, which wasn't even really a question. I posed the question.
Damn, Rob, dude, I told you that stat about that quarterback class. Scheffner posted that 2 hours ago.
Dealer says Hurts is Hurts is better, but Love has a higher ceiling. Well, yeah, Love definitely has a higher ceiling because we've seen. I mean, Jalen Hurts, dude, come on,
I won't even argue that. I know, Rob, you're mad.
I don't know. I think Jalen Hurts. I think Jordan Love's a top 10 quarterback. I'm just gonna put it there, top 10 quarterback.
That's fine. I said 10 to 12.
And I put him in the Dak Prescott range. He's in the Dak Prescott range, but he's much younger, right? Much younger than Dak Prescott.
I'm just saying, just because I said 10 to 15, and maybe that means 10 to 12, and you're mad about that, I ain't giving him top 10. Sorry, I watched him. I watch them religiously.
Jackpot says, "Wait, is this a Bears show?" This is not a Bears show, right? We're Bears fans, but as you know, I like money. So Jackpot says LaFleur should have been fired.
It's easy to talk about because they suck a lot of times. So when we talk about bullshit,
LaFleur being fired, man, no. LaFleur should not have been fired because Matt LaFleur would have been hired by every single team. Who are they going to get? Jackpot, let me know. Who would you want if you're a Packers fan or whatever? Even if you're not, where's the upgrade for Matt LaFleur? Because Matt LaFleur is young. He's a great offensive mind. He makes dumb decisions. Again, I want to go back to the Aaron Rodgers year where they chose to kick the field goal against Tom Brady with 2 minutes and 18 seconds left, down 8, and it was a 4th and goal from the 7. You don't kick the field goal there. That's a bad decision. He's made a lot of bad decisions. He's not a great X's and O's, like kind of, he's not a good micro coach. Matt LaFleur is a great macro coach, right? He gets the most of these teams. So, like, who do you want, Jackpot, instead of Matt LaFleur? And I would much rather, Ray, Matt LaFleur for the Packers. We want Harbaugh or Matt LaFleur?
I'm going to tell you right now, when I saw those rumblings coming out that the Packers were thinking about firing LaFleur and getting Harbaugh, to be honest, I will admit, Harbaugh, I would rather have LaFleur than Harbaugh. I'm just admitting, just because Harbaugh has a better CEO mindset and track record, and just in general, his coaching, he's a better CEO. Now, he would be coming in and hurting the offense because he's not an offensive guy. So to your point, LaFleur would be a better pick on that end because
you got to bring a good offensive coordinator if you're going to do that.
Correct.
And there wasn't.
Exactly.
How about this one? Clint Kubiak coming in instead of LaFleur. Who do you prefer?
LaFleur.
There you go. And Clint Kubiak was, in my mind, the best hire because he has that Sean McVay prototype, right? Young offensive minds.
Yeah. So
also
that,
pedigree of being.
You think they're going to trade for the Hall? They're definitely getting Mendoza, bro.
Yeah, no, they will. I'm just saying, like, that's a good hire. And I'd much rather have LaFleur. Not much rather. LaFleur has a track record of just, I guess you could say he had Aaron Rodgers. Now he had Jordan Love. Whatever. Jordan Love was not a top prospect. He got to sit behind Aaron Rodgers. Congratulations. But I don't think I think Jordan Love has overachieved a little bit. And when I say I like Jordan Love, I don't think he's overly talented. I think he's above average talent. I think he's more talented than Jalen Hurts, but I don't think he's a god. I think that it's a nice combination between the infrastructure they have there, the talent they have there, which is not much on the offensive end of the ball, right, side of the ball. He's throwing to fucking Christian Watson, and it's not good. It's not good. Tucker Kraft didn't play this year.
That is also a major factor. I'll give you that.
Jackpot. We're not disrespecting Jared Goff. Caleb Williams is like a second-year player, so like the first year we can't count the first 2 losses against Jared Goff. That's not on Caleb Williams, and like. I'm not saying that Caleb Williams is a better quarterback than Jared Goff right now, but Jared Goff is capped. He is what he is. Caleb Williams has ascension. The word ascension should be in the like next to Caleb Williams' name, where Jared Goff's not getting any better. Would you agree, Ray? He's not getting any better. He's fine. He's above average. He's good. He's a Pro Bowler. He's good. He's great. Maybe.
All I'm going to tell you right now is I'm not going to bring one word about Caleb Williams this entire except this. Sorry, I already fucking broke my word, but. All I'm going to tell you about Jared Goff, I had him in fantasy, everybody. I understand fantasy is not an NLBO. I'm going to tell you fucking right now, in a way, for me, it does because I got to look at numbers. When they fucking shit the bed, what are the numbers? When they do great, what are the numbers? I'm going to tell you right now, Jared Goff, especially this year without Ben Johnson, okay? This is more important because Ben Johnson clearly is a great coach, offensive mind. When you take that away, what do you get? Well, I'm going to tell you right now what you get. You got Jared Goff this year. Yeah, sure, Jared Goff had fucking a couple of games, for fantasy-wide numbers. I'm just going to throw this out just because I can remember it. A couple 30, like 38, 39, a couple 40-point games. Fucking elite numbers there. But you know how many games he also had under 10? Equally amount. He had a game he had like 3. He had a game he had fucking 5. Game he had like 8. Whatever. Like, he's 0 to 100. And when you don't have Ben Johnson, it showed more. And when you don't have, I'm sorry, Rob. When you also don't have Sean McVay, aka the 2 top offensive minds with Kyle Shanahan, top 3 offensive minds right there, and you take 2 away from Jared Goff, you get mediocrity. He is still a worthy top 15 quarterback in the NFL. He's just not going to win you a Super Bowl unless he gets everything equally to help him prep himself up to lead a
You're
team.
talking Jared Goff? He's still no Jared Goff. Here's a better conversation. Jared Goff or Jordan Love? That's the conversation that we should have right now.
Yeah, that's a way better conversation.
That's the conversation because they're similar players. I'd say Jordan Love's definitely more athletic, bigger arm. Jared Goff's Jared Goff's head's better, right? He's a better game manager.
How about this? So just for the easy conversation, easy part of the conversation, each have LaFleur. You know what I mean? Because right now, LaFleur is the better offensive mind. I would be willing to take the risk of having Jared Goff with LaFleur over Jordan Love right now. So I will give him that. That's my opinion.
It's funny that we think of Jared Goff as an old quarterback because he's been around for so long, and his game's going to age like fine wine because he already has no athleticism and his arm strength isn't great. Like Jared Goff wins with his mind, so that's a valid discussion. Right. And again, I hope we're not coming off as like Jared. We're Bears fans. We're not homers. At least maybe Ray might be, but I think I've trained him to be more open-minded on the show.
I try.
Right. No, and you've been better at it. So like, we're not hating on Jared. Again, we're just touting fucking Jordan Love, who's also in our division.
What has Jared Goff really done? He got to 1 Super Bowl with Sean McVay. He came to the Lions. He was a good stability bridge quarterback to change the culture, which is exactly what he's done. And to be honest, if you want my real opinion, I'm not being biased here. They've plateaued. They lost Ben Johnson. That plateaued them. If they didn't lose Ben Johnson, they would still be projecting upwards. They lost Ben Johnson. That plateaued them until further notice, in my opinion.
Another good call from Professor. Love's had the youngest roster 3 years in a row. I know at least on offensive. I know offensive roster they have for sure, and that might be true.
Year, like that's gonna be no. Well, he's 100% right. Getting Micah Parsons back next year, like they will be way more difficult. That's why Rob, you're 100% right. The NFC West is just AFC West is just as difficult, but they got the Raiders, and who knows what happens with the Raiders. The NFC North. Right now, Rob, tell me if I'm wrong, we might end up being the NFC East of the longest time where it might be a different divisional winner year in, year out.
Right,
forward.
Yeah, where it just rotates. 301 says Michelle Obama is a man. As a man, is a man. Did you see the crazy, not to change subjects real quick, I just want to touch on this for a second because it's hilarious. and just like this is Trump.
Did
Did you see the monkey tweet?
Dude, first off, I love how
fucking wild, bro.
Oh, Rob,
He didn't do it. It wasn't him. It wasn't him, right? It was like his constituents.
Listen to me. No, listen to me. This is, you realize that video is like, that video came out. We're in February right now of 26. Dude, I saw that summer of last year. It's just the fact that Big D posted that on his truth. That
it's just still funny as shit. And like,
dude,
again, I'm all for comedy. So like, shout out to do crazy shit like that because it's wild. You know what you do? It's ball throw. You got a ball throw.
No, that's good AI. That's funny, good AI. To be honest, turn it around and make all. First off, South Park did it themselves. South Park. If anybody's seen the recent season of South Park, like Rob, you're old enough to know, like with Saddam Hussein, the way they made him. That's how they made Trump. They made Trump Saddam Hussein, exact same voice, a talking head, like. Rob, when you coming in, it was literally the first episode. They go storming into Garrison's house. What the fuck you doing? And then he's just sitting with this gay guy. He's like his gay boyfriend. He's like, we've been sitting here watching whatever the fucking gay show they're watching. They're like, well, who's the gay retard who's these tweets? And then
Very cute.
Oh,
What's his name?
It's Kwame.
Kwame.
Mm-hmm.
Nice name. Nice name.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's a little light for Kwame, no?
What?
A lot of names to pick, but it was a little darker, maybe.
Yeah, can you go?
That's very scary.
You need to get out.
Hey, any guys want ginger
Here,
ale?
get the fuck out.
But either way, I was
Breath, you need to get out. You need to get out. Like,
but no, so real quick. So when, like, because you know how like Garrison was Trump when Trump's first presidency. So the new president, they changed it. They make him the old Saddam Hussein, same voice, same everything, except it's just Trump's body and face. And so, anyways, when they're like, so wait, who's the fucking retarded idiot who's saying all this shit? And then he comes to the White House and Trump's just sitting in bed. Like, and then whoever the press secretary, I can't remember her name, and she walks in, she's like, Mr. President, you have him. And then the fucking Prime Minister of Canada busts in. He's like, hey, who the fuck do you think you're going to put on these tariffs on this guy? And then it turns around and it's just Trump. And he's like, hey, calm down, guy. No big deal. It's just, again, everybody, I love Trump and I love America, and I can laugh at great satire because it is fucking hilarious. You have a problem when you cannot laugh at said things. For any,
you gotta laugh at each other and ourselves. Eric says, this is a good comment, man. The whole left side of the New England offensive line. Dude, Will Campbell, we didn't talk about him at all.
Yeah. No.
Will Campbell, that was a rough game. That was a rough game. The false start, dude, that was rough. That was rough. And I still have hope for Will Campbell. I think he'd be a franchise left tackle, but he was a guard coming out, short arms. Like, that was rough. That was really rough, dude.
I mean, Rob, I'm not gonna lie. To be honest, I did say this. I mentioned. I glanced over it, but I'm with you that I really wanted the Bears to draft him as a left tackle because we need a left tackle at that point when he came out in the draft. We didn't do that, which was fine because now, to be honest, unfortunately for him, he may end up being an Alan Faneca, Larry Brown. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He ain't going to be a Jonathan Ogden. He ain't going to be Trent Williams. He ain't going to be those guys that...
They got to move him back to guard. They have to move him back to guard. He's not a left tackle. I think that's been very apparent. MJ says, Pats fan here, that game was awful, made me real sad. You guys have had a crazy run. The fact that you even made the playoffs this year with that 4-win season last year, Ray's going to say that because, that's tiny violin, right?
Dude, he's a Boston fan, bro. Fuck you. I love you. You were supporting us in a fun way. What is in a fun, loving way? Fuck you, dude. What are you, cry me a river because the fucking Patriots didn't win, dude? You have, how old are you? You've won so many championships from hockey, baseball, football, and basketball.
What he's saying, Ray, is that they were so close, and they were so close to another Super Bowl, which is insane. How are we back here with the Patriots? Like, fucking wild because Drake May.
They have a great coach and they got Drake May. They ain't going nowhere. So we're back.
I owe a beer chug, by the way. I've been showing this one. I owe a beer chug. You want to do one more? Right? No, you have to work. Don't do it, Ray. I'll do it. No.
Fuck you.
You get fired from your job, bro.
Oh, fuck, what?
Ray's devotion.
You know what?
Drunk? Yeah, you might. You might. It happens.
Drunk?
Well, you'll be drunk in the morning.
How are you? Who are you kidding?
It's years away, don't care.
Jesus Christ. You ooze talent.
See what you got the whole thing wrong. It's not a Ryan Big Ray meat sweats problem right now. It's a Ryan Big Ray meat sweats problem in 5 hours.
Yeah, it's the Seinfeld thing where he's like a night guy hates morning guy. You know, like right now, this is Big Ray night guy. Morning guy's gonna hate him. I don't care about morning guy. I care about your boss. Anyway, I digress. Eric, Patriots defense played very well, but the offense really needs some more weapons. This is the AJ Brown comment, kind of. I'm not. You didn't say this, but like AJ Brown. Obviously, Vrabel loves AJ Brown. This is the perfect home for AJ Brown. I saw a mock trade. I watch a lot of shit.
That would be epic for them. That would be epic for them.
They could definitely get AJ Brown for a first round pick, because their first round pick obviously is number 31.
That's,
so
that's bad poker play, man. You're better better. You're better.
I'm saying they would get him for a first rounder. They could probably get him for a second rounder.
Dude, they can get him. Dude, they paid. Didn't the Eagles pay him money? They can get him for a third or a fourth, then to give him a fifth or sixth back.
Professor Booty says, "What's the Discord?" The Discord is, if you're still in here, sorry, we're 33 minutes behind the comments here. The Discord is the place to be. It is our community group chat here, and all the main people. We have 28 people in. There's 70 people. I think it's 70 people in the Discord. It's the best fantasy group chat of all time. If you like the show, obviously I think you do. That is what this is. So if you want to get down, link in the description, go to the website, professionalfanatics.com. And it's the place to be, as we said. And there's a lot more perks. I give away a lot of merchandise, access to the fantasy leagues, community fantasy leagues. I can go through some of the stuff here, but
hey, plus
there's a lot of good stuff.
Booty,
Also,
my DMs, you want to sign it?
If you bet, we went 97 and 57 this year in terms of player prop bets. We were going into the Super Bowl 204 and 123 on these. So the gambling angle is crushing ass. So on top of that, also free merchandise giveaways. We are also looking at guest appearance in the podcast if you want to get all the way up to the highest tier, which is huge. We've had a lot of fans on the show. This is the community, right? Discord, of course, and then the merchandise, and there's other stuff as well. You vote on show ideas. We do movies in the off season, vote on the movies, Ray's chugging a beer. That's what the Discord is, and we appreciate you, Professor. Let's see. Just scrolling through lives. Dak has been the biggest fraud in history to be the highest paid in the league. Welcome. I'll give you this. Dak's contract is really high. That's not his problem. That's just an NFL problem. And we were mentioning Jordan Love and Jalen Hurts, some of these guys. Like Dak Prescott's right there with all those guys. Right? You agree? Who do you want? Next year? Now, I know Dak's older than these guys, but Dak Prescott has played well. He also has Jerry Jones as an owner.
What did you say?
Jordan Love and Jalen Hurts.
They equally had coaching and weapons. Jordan Love, Drake May, and who's the third one? I'm sorry.
I didn't say Drake May. Jesus Christ, he's 22. I'm not counting Drake May. I'm saying Jordan Love and Jalen Hurts and Dak Prescott.
Jalen Hurts. Yeah, I'm gonna go, dude. Same everything. I'm gonna go.
You're putting Dak. You're putting Dak up there.
Yeah. I mean, equal coaching and weapons and offensive line and everything. Yeah. And as much as I've hated on him for breaking down in big moments, but the dude he can sling it, he can move it. Like I'm saying, move it meaning he can move in the pocket and scramble a bit. I mean, all three of them can, but Jalen Hurts is by far he's the most inaccurate, worst thrower out of the three. Jordan Love's in the middle, but Jordan Love can make better throws than any of the three. Dak is just more consistent, making the operation work better at higher.
Yeah, and Dak is one of those guys that came in the league is pretty fucking mobile, but he has kind of settled into that nice like pocket passer plus mold of quarterbacks that he will age pretty well. He moved around pretty goddamn well this year. They just got to get they got to get a defense. It's not about him. It's not about the offense. They got to get a defense around that guy. And he has been historically.
Go on. Sorry.
He's been historically like just ruined by bad defenses. I mean, again, we can say this about a lot of quarterbacks, but like he does his job, right? It's like Josh Allen's done his job. Now, I'm not going to put Dak and Josh Allen in the same conversation, but Dak Prescott, top 10 quarterback. It's hard to argue against that.
I was going to say that the Cowboys took the first right step by firing Eberflus. So
Detroit's offensive line was the issue. That was the main issue, and it was
injuries.
And their offense still, let's be honest, their offense still put up like 30. What was it? They were still third in the NFL in points per game. And it was a little down from what they were, but like they were still an elite offense. But it wasn't. It was the offensive line, right? It was it wasn't the points per game. It was the fact that they were like, fumble sixes, and you saw that the Vikings game where Jared Goff was just turning the goddamn ball over, where that wasn't a thing.
And like I'm talking about, what everybody needs to understand: the quarterbacks we grew up with, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, Philip Rivers, Eli Manning, like these guys are. Like, if you're coming in playing that way, you will not be in the league for long. Like, you can't – like, Jared Goff will be one of the last style quarterbacks who's unathletic but can pass the ball and, understand football and break down defenses and use that to his advantage and keep in the league to where they're – like, because right now, look at every quarterback who is now what we consider in the top 10, there is no more Peyton Mannings and Drew Brees and Tom Brady's. It's Josh Allen's, Lamar Jackson's, Caleb Williams,
underachievers because of Patrick Mahomes.
But in general, just more mobile, like the dual threats that you and I grew up with. They're like, oh, those are dual threat quarterbacks. They won't stick. AKA Bill Polian saying that Lamar Jackson should be a fucking receiver running back. Where the fuck he said? Yeah, he's a 2-time MVP quarterback guy. Good luck with that.
Jackpot, I don't think McDaniels has the nuts to lead a team to greatness. Well, McDaniels is not a head coach. That's the point. Is he's not a head coach. He's not a leader.
No. I think
and people don't like him.
No, we're behind though. I think this might have been when I was talking about what he's going to Jim Harbaugh, going to learn to like try to lead men.
No, he's talking about McDaniels. You're talking about McDaniels.
Oh, Josh McDaniels. Oh no. Josh.
Yeah.
No.
McDaniels is not a head coach. We've seen this before.
Yeah, his time is
he doesn't connect with players. It's the opposite of Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel connects with players. Josh McDaniels does not connect with players, and also McDaniel does not really connect with players in that level either.
No. But what was
that's
Josh
the issue.
McDaniels' what was his first point of his first thing that he did as head coach for the Broncos? Bears thing here is easy. Trade Jay Cutler to the Bears.
Oh, damn straight.
Because see what I'm saying? Now, mind you, everybody, I will say he did win a playoff game with Tim Tebow. That was lucky as hell because it's an overtime bomb. But I'm just saying Tim
Tebow was the weirdest quarterback ever. You know what?
Dude, if Tim Tebow was a quarterback right now, like I'm saying, coming to the NFL, he would be a better Taysom Hill. I'm sorry. Like a much more useful Taysom Hill, if you will.
Appreciate you, Booty. He says, I'm a Packers fan. By the way, you guys are chill. I'm not that biased. Like, I try not to be biased, and like that's my whole thing. I want to just call it like I see it. And I'm not the biggest. I'm a Bears hater, if anything.
But no, dude, Booty, you need to understand. Just like I'm a diehard Cubs fan. When I talk to Sox fans, if they don't talk shit to me and they just say, at least just give respect. Yeah, your team's not great, but like whatever. That's one thing. But I have come across plenty of Packers fans who acted like your quarterback, who say I fucking own you. And so when I hear that. And, now that we said and we showed our cards, I will openly not try being asked about it just for you because you are helping us out and you're a good guy. And you got my word on
straight. Jackpot says tackles take a lot of time to develop. They shine on the back half of their careers. 100%. I don't think that he's talking about the Will Campbell thing. I just don't think that he it's an uphill battle, right? He played great. He played great this year, but he got exposed, and I think it's best suited for everyone involved. He's an elite guard. He's an elite guard right now, and if you move him back to guard, he's gonna be elite guard for the rest of his career. Get yourself a real left tackle, right? That's all I'm saying. Arm length. There you go. Ray's measuring his arm length, and Ray is kind of like a tackle himself. Let's take a view at Ray here. Here you go. Ray is like a guard himself. Look at Ray. Look at big Ray here.
Professor.
He's like a guard.
That was me taking my shirt off with 3 minutes to ensure we won that game, and then DJ Moore just. No, but nonetheless,
here's Helen Hunt. Say hello to Helen. There's Helen.
Hey, Rob.
There's Helen without makeup.
What is Ray's favorite Helen Hunt movie? No, but in general, though, I can be honest with Will Campbell. Like, it's one of those things. Like, I mean, admittedly, as much as listening to draft pundits, because that's what they do. It's like they're just pundits. They just for anybody, any of us, doesn't, sorry. But they did say,
hold on real quick. Booty is wondering how he joins. You get the Patreon. Booty, you gave me some nice supers tonight. So go to the website and get the Patreon. I'll get you in the Discord. Another way to support the channel, but I gotta kind of limit it to supporters, and you actually have supported, so I guess we can work something out. I don't have your number or anything, but that's a way to get in. And again, you get in now. I grandfather anyone that's been OG to the channel, and this is the first year of the live streams. We've done 5 years of the show, but anyone in now, nothing ever goes up. Again, we're making money, and gambling. Our gambling was unreal. Fantasy was unreal. The content's unreal. The community's unreal. You're gonna love Blake. Blake's the media manager on this channel. He left the first hour of the show. Brick Flair. He's a big Jordan Love. You guys would just like. I feel like on the Discord, I'm always defending Jordan Love and like just mostly defending Blake because I love Blake. But like Jordan Love gets so much goddamn hate, and why? Why does he get so much hate? I don't get it. Anyway, professionalfanatics.com for any of you guys.
Why? Because he ain't fucking Rodgers and he ain't Favre. So when he doesn't live up to those expectations that these fucking, I'm sorry, Booty, I do love you, but I'm just saying you guys have had the biggest silver spoon so far up your ass for the last 3 decades. So when you have some
compared to Bears fans,
the whole NFL, they've had 2. What do you mean? 2.
As you know, I'm not a big Brett Favre fan. Aaron Rodgers is the second best quarterback of all time.
I'll give you that, but
it's not even close. Like second best quarterback I've ever seen. Brett Favre barely cracks my top 10. Now, maybe that's a hot take. Aaron Rodgers is so much better than Brett Favre.
I can
insane
name
to me.
I can name now at this point with retired quarterbacks. I can easily name you 10 quarterbacks, top 10 that are better than him. That doesn't not make him a Hall of Fame quarterback, whether you hate him or not, whatever. Bottom line, they've had almost 20 years. Not
you know what I just watched?
20 years.
You know what I just watched? I always watch random YouTube shit. I watched
go on. I'm sorry.
The pick that Brett Favre threw on the Vikings. Remember the pick that he threw to lose the game of the Vikings across his body at 39 years old?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Brett Favre, Jesus fuck.
And then by the way, I did really like when Corey Wooten slammed his head on that fucking frozen turf tundra.
Peasy, I said second best quarterback I've ever seen. I didn't say all time. I said I've ever watched eye test wise. It's Tom Brady and it's Aaron Rodgers. Manning is right there. You can give me Montana. It's fine. Like accolade. I'm saying like eye test. Aaron Rodgers eye test. The throws, the ability.
Hey, get rid. Jack
second best I've ever seen.
Second greatest of all time in Green Bay.
So Brett Favre's better. Brett Favre's better.
There we are. Now, you know what, though, Rob? One thing I will say, when I say this, Aaron Rodgers tried his best to make his cloth the same from Favre. One record in the NFL that never will be broken, Favre's, 298 straight consecutive starts at quarterback? Like, that'll never, ever, ever be broken.
I love it. I'm just saying, like...
No, I know. I know.
By the way, Brett Favre's name, very hard to pronounce. Right? Like, is it Favre? Is it?
No Jay Quellen here?
Do you mean Jacqueline?
Okay, so that's how it's gonna be. Balake. Where is Balake at? Yes, sir.
My name's Blake.
Are you out of your goddamn mind? Do you want to go to war, Balake?
No.
D nice. Is there a D nice?
Do you mean Denise?
Son of a bitch! Hey, Ron. Where are you? Where is Ron right now?
Here.
I said it like 4 times, so why didn't you say it the first time I said Ron?
Because it's pronounced Aaron?
Son of a bitch!
God, I love that clip.
Real quick, I just want to say one thing. Since I know we have, we're, in our 30s, mid 30s, close. You closer forward. You put. Anyways, though, I know you don't care about that, but no. But more importantly,
one more brewski.
I think that people have a complete disrespect and complete understanding of how amazing Dan Marino was because he didn't win a Super Bowl. I'm just saying that. I mean, everybody, if you don't know this, that dude, Dan Marino, put some respect on the guy's fucking name. First off, he went to a Super Bowl as a rookie. Besides that, I don't give a shit about that. He threw for 5,000 yards. I think it was 5,084 yards in 1984. Okay? Go ahead and watch the 1985 Bears defensive highlights and look how those defensive players were able to disrespect the shit out of any offensive player and just in general, the NFL. I mean, I'm just being a Bears fan just saying that, but I mean, the 85 Bears is one of the best defenses ever. But in general, just look at 80s defenses, how they're able to disrespect and literally just hurt physically badly offensive players compared to now where you just like hit a guy in the head like this. Oh, 15 yards. Jim McMahon, who was the Bears quarterback in 85 when the Bears last won a Super Bowl, the Packers guy picked him up like it was like 10 seconds after the flat or after the whistle and just grabbed him like bear-armed him and just slammed his shoulder right into the ground and he was out. Like my point is Dan Marino throwing 5,000 yards back then is crazy. Like absolutely crazy.
Oh, it's unreal. Kraft and Reed and Micah and Y. I get that. Jackpot, I want to join the gambling side. Do I join the Discord? It's all in the same, my dude. And just so you know, as of right now, it's $5 a month for you get all the picks, early picks. That is the basic. That is the semi-pro tier, I believe. You go to the website and it's never going to change for you. And just to give you some substance behind what I do, I release every single bet I place. When I place it, there's a bet slip. It's not like these other stupid fucks. Also, $5 a month. These motherfuckers charge so much more and they also suck. And just for reference, this is what I love. This is, let's see here. We have 95 and 56. We went 2-1, 97 and 57 on the year in prop bets, all -10 or -120 or better. So typically -110, which is, that's even odds. I'm going to show you Bill Simmons numbers. This is the Ringer 107 pod.
Don't do it.
Look at these records. No. They're not charging for this, but like people listen to these bets. Like they all 500 or under, way under 500. So again, you're also with that. You're getting into the community. You get in the Discord. You get access to everything. I'm trying to start something new here, and it's been 1 year of the show. We have quite a bit of supporters, but we need more because I don't ever want to work again because I love football and I do this shit 365 fucking days a year. And beyond just football, we have a lot of other good stuff. So professionalfanatics.com is you got the Patreon is how you get in the Discord. That is the answer, right? If you want to get into the community, sign up for Patreon. I get your email when you sign up, and I send you a link tonight after the show to the Discord, and then you're into the community, and then you get access to the bets. And just so you know, the football season's over. Mike Storey, my other main we have about 9 co-hosts on the show. It's me and then just Big Ray, Storey, Nico. We have a lot of guys. Storey is a college football aficionado, also a big NFL guy, but we're going to place about 10 prop bets for the NFL draft. So we're going to have that coming up. We went 8-2 last year on our bets. So that's another way to make money until we have to wait till the next NFL season, which is going to be forever. But we will crush that as well, over under Jeremiah Love 16.5, whatever the hell it's going to be, like those kind of picks. So we're gonna crush those things.
There we are. There he is, Rob. Look at the latest pick.
That's the latest pick.
Not the Rambo.
Your life story helps so many men come out of the closet. Thank you for your community. Yeah, man. You know what? I appreciate, bad. Is it Bad Bunny? Yeah, the community. I just want to say, I love the community. I'm a supporter of the community, and just speak English.
Come again? You know I don't speak Spanish. In English, please.
In all honesty, though, I support everybody. People are people. As long as you're a good person, I don't give a fuck what color you are, who you fuck. Again, we had the whole joke about how many assholes did who was the guy? Ricky Martin. How many buttholes Ricky Martin fucked?
Is pounded.
Dude, yeah, fuck as many buttholes as you want, dude. That's awesome. I like fucking ass, too. I prefer girl ass, but, dude, fucking ass is fun. It's overrated, by the way, Ray. It's overrated. I don't know if you've ever done it. It's overrated. It's cool. Getting in, it feels great getting in. It's tighter than a pussy. It's tighter. But then once you're in, it's like it opens up and it's not as tight on the whole cock. That's the problem with fucking butts. That's really the problem with fucking butts is it's tight at first and it's a taboo, which we like taboo as a kid, right? Your mom's like, don't eat that chocolate chip cookie. You want to eat that chocolate chip cookie. And when they say don't fuck that butt, you want to fuck the butt. When your girlfriend's like, I don't really like it, you're like, you really want to do it? It's okay. I don't know. Booty says,
what I stand for. 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink.
I'm not talking about hands. Booty, you guys like NHL or UFC? Yeah, man, I get down. Blake, by the way, the media manager of the show, biggest UFC fan I know. That dude crushes bets, and
so
I don't bet on it because I don't know enough. But
I don't bet on any of that at all. But I will say,
whoa, hold on, Chad Smith, isn't this the drummer of Red Hot Chili Peppers? Chad Smith.
Yeah, they just did the tribute to Ozzy Osbourne.
He says, hold on. He says, just more weirdos, 2 gays. You're gay. And you know what? Don't discriminate against the gays. We're not gay, first of all. I'm married, you motherfucker, not to a man. And if I was, I'd be loud and proud, my dude. But like, let's not go there. You are a clown. Yes. Chad Smith does look like Will Ferrell. They had the drum off. Remember the drum off? They're like the same dude. Chad Smith, you have a problem. And I just want to say one thing to Chad Smith. Can I say one thing to Chad Smith?
It's your show, brother.
Fuck your face, faggot.
Your hands are what makes it possible. Your shoulder pads are hard and stiff. Your hands are tender and they can move and caress the ball. that's kind of gay, but hey.
You can't troll me. Good luck. You know what? It brings out the best of me. And why are you watching this show if you want to troll? Congratulations. Go back to your mother's basement or whatever you're doing and go touch yourself. Go do it. Go touch yourself. Right? Isn't it great?
I think what we're looking for is what those attacks were is this is Flaming Dragon. Oh, Flaming Dragon? Well, how about you just say that and go, fuck your face? You continue.
I need that. I need that.
Fuck you up. I will find you and murder your fucking face. I will.
No, I don't want to give him any more attention. I don't want to give him any more attention. That guy's a clown. So congratulations, man. You really killed it. And man, I hope your life goes amazing. And if you want to, hey, guess what? If you want to join the Patreon and get in the community, I welcome you. I'm kidding. You're not allowed. You're not allowed. OC Sean says Bears would have stomped Seattle. I disagree with that. We would have got stomped by Seattle.
I to be honest, again, you want me to be a biased, complete jackass Bears fan? Yeah, man. But I wouldn't. One thing I will say, for how close that game was, it was disturbingly close for how the Rams were able to keep them in the game. Now, mind you, the Bears have never played the Seattle once. That was the 3rd time the Rams played them. It's a chess game with everything with sport. That's why people who don't understand football, that's why I love football. It's a chess game. It really is. It's not just like, checkers. Oh, you put this guy here, you do this there. No, that's why the Bears, tell me if I'm wrong, Ben Johnson outdid Matt LaFleur this year. Just the same as Clint Kubiak.
We have so Professor, I just want to say, everyone hates on Aaron Rodgers as a person. I love Aaron Rodgers as a person. I want to have Aaron Rodgers on this show. I think Aaron Rodgers is a great dude. He's outspoken. People hate on him. Like, again, Brett Favre, notorious piece of shit. The whole scandal, the college scandal, all that, cheating on his cancer wife, awful. Jordan Love's a great kid, right? And Aaron Rodgers is outspoken. Aaron Rodgers is a great guy. He has never, his family might be pieces of shit. We don't know. I like Aaron Rodgers. I think he is misunderstood, is all I will say. I think Aaron Rodgers is a great guy.
I just want to say one thing, that if, of course, out of these 3, I would love to have a dinner, like a whole day with Aaron Rodgers over those other 2. But I will say, Rob, you know who David Kaplan is? Longtime Chicago sports.
Yeah.
So when I say this, again, not to be political, religious, whatever, but he definitely leans liberal the way he talks and things he said. Again, I love him, by the way. I love listening to the guy. So everybody, I'm just saying. And more importantly, he is Jewish. And when I say this, more importantly, I'm not saying that there are things that he could hate on somebody who would go on Joe Rogan's podcast or something like that. Well, Aaron Rodgers is the most outspoken dude, like probably in the NFL overall for things he's said and things he's done, blah, 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 blah. Like currently in the NFL, this guy said, if there's one athlete I could have dinner with, it would be Aaron Rodgers. He's like, it's not even close. But I mean, mind you, because he has a more open mind to talk about, like when he did the IO, like doing all these other crazy shit.
Ayahuasca. Here's the point.
Yeah, thank you.
I would, if just for my show, obviously you guys are watching me, you're watching us.
Dude, you and I would
if I could have Patrick Mahomes in the show, which is more relevant now, or Aaron Rodgers, I would not want to talk to Patrick Mahomes. He's a weird dude. Like Brittany Mahomes, like, dude, I would have a great conversation with Aaron Rodgers. We would fucking just like have a good time. What would I talk about Patrick Mahomes? Like besides football, me and Rodgers would be talking about fucking cool shit. I don't want to talk to fucking Patrick Mahomes.
You would be wanting to know. I'm not saying you'd do it, but I'm
saying I'd ask him lots of questions about ayahuasca.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I would be too.
You know Patrick Mahomes has never tripped. Okay? I've tripped a lot.
Dude, I would
if you haven't noticed. I'm a fucking wild motherfucker.
I don't know how you feel about Steph Curry. I'm not a big fan of him. To be honest, I like his game. I like his game. I like his basketball game. But I really had a problem, like when I'm saying my point when I started disliking him, when he lives in California, and then something about immigration and this and that, but yet he lives in a very heavy gated community. So it's like, oh, but whatever. I'm just saying that, like, with him, like being, I don't know, I'm like with these guys, they're just boring. I've seen Steph Curry talk, like they're not interesting.
No, Steph Curry is awesome. I like Steph Curry because his golf game, but like other than that, I'm saying like, they're not interesting. Right. You have to wake up and work in like fucking how many hours?
Don't worry about it.
You just text me 3 a.m. What the fuck?
No, about the troll, bro.
Oh, the troll. Yeah. I'm just saying, Ray, dude, you gotta get some sleep. I'm gonna finish. I'm not gonna finish these comments if you stay on. I gotta get off too. I'm gonna finish the comments, dude. We're gonna do a show tomorrow. We'll do a show tomorrow. Me and you. Get some sleep, man. I gotta take care of my guys here. All right, I'll finish the show. I can sleep in. I'm not working right now.
When I'm not on for another week, I guess I'll just have to keep you
okay.
on for
Tomorrow. You know what we'll do? We'll do NFL. We'll do fantasy awards. I'll come up with a nice thing. NFL fantasy awards. Fuck you, you son of a bitch. I love you.
I just know that I'm the one who just leaves you on longest. I'm sorry.
Hey, no. I'm not complaining. Again, give a round of applause for Big Ray. What a show! 3 hours and 21 minutes for Big Ray. I'm gonna finish the show myself. We love you, Ray, and Meat Sweats. My guy Meat Sweats.
I understand, so you can just literally get through the fucking shit and end it. But hey, I love everybody. I love you. Appreciate everybody's support. You'll see me sooner than later. Later, boys and gents.
There goes Big Ray. What a performance! What a performance! Professor says I joined the Patreon. I didn't see it on my email, but if it comes through, I don't know if you joined the free section. Either way, I'll get you in there. I just got to find a way to get you in there. So if you did join, maybe it'll come through. My Wi-Fi isn't the best on my phone, or I don't have my phone on Wi-Fi because of I have the Wi-Fi going through my computer here. Anyways, the Seahawks NFC Championship game still gives me nightmares. Rodgers should still have at least 2 rings. Well, Rodgers have more than that. Let's be honest. The ability. I'm not trying to suck off Rodgers here, but obviously, as a Bears fan, I love Rodgers. Hard to love as a Bears fan because he just fucked our asshole. He fucked our asshole more than Ricky Martin fucked gay dudes' assholes all the time in Latin America, and that was a thing, and that is a thing. We had the over under. I think it's 2,000 buttholes. We said he raped. So or not rape. No, whoa, consensual. God damn it, dude. I've been drinking since like fucking 4. I power through. Jackpot, I don't understand about Green Bay is why Reed and Watson are so underutilized. Jaden Reed especially. Jaden Reed's hands, Jackpot, are very, very questionable. Very questionable. But Jaden Reed, I love Jaden Reed. And Christian Watson has not been underutilized. It's health, right? And he's just never been available. And he's a little bit more limited as a receiver. But he balled out this year. I like the future they have there. If they get Tucker Kraft back, this is money. Dan Marino and Rodgers, best passers ever. That's more of my take, and I like Rodgers was more. And Marino wasn't exactly just a statue back there, but Aaron Rodgers was a pocket passer plus like we've never seen in the NFL. And again, I know it's a small little weird thing to say, but the best Hail Mary passer, like in those situations, in the history of the NFL. I mean, like, he's had 3 of the top 5, and it's not even close. Aaron Rodgers, I want the ball in that guy's hands. It's crazy he won 1 ring with all the things we're talking about. Even Tom Brady said Rodgers was the best ever. With that being said, Rodgers' offense was so predictable now. Well, Tom Brady is the GOAT because he has the combination of everything. Offensive stats, championships, like you name it. Tom Brady, longevity. Like Tom Brady is the GOAT. I don't know how that happened, but Tom Brady is not even close. Appreciate you, Professor. Hopefully you get some sleep. This is the Rambo comment. Pretty lame comment there, buddy. That's a good comment there. You like fish sticks. Yeah, that's South Park. That is who's the rapper? Fuck. You like fish? You're a gay fish, man. Yeah, weirdos. We like weirdos. Pistons Red Wings game. We have some Canadian guys up in here. Oh, no shit, dude. I saw that game. It wasn't Pistons Red Wings. It was Pistons and they won by it was 53. Yeah, they fucking crushed them. Where are we at here? Jackpot trolls come on this show all the time. It's fine. Live streams are just ripe for fucking trolls. And what do I say to trolls? I tell them to go fuck themselves and, go get a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, well, Mom also said for you to stop sticking your dick in the vacuum cleaner.
Hello? Hello? I said don't disturb me when I'm cleaning my room!
Around here or just in general on YouTube, they love Simple Jack. The thing is, the trolls are actually just Simple Jack.
Simple Jack, the story of a mentally impaired farmhand who can talk to animals, was a box office disaster that many critics called one of the worst movies of all time.
Got a good brain.
I think you've got a fine brain, Jack.
You make me happy.
But now the question is, can speed...
Chin strap's weird for Aaron Rodgers. I don't have a lot of issues with Aaron Rodgers, man. I guess the discount double check was a little weird, and that was mostly at the expense of us Bears fans, but that's fine. Mahomes modeled his game after Rodgers. Yeah, Mahomes has struggled. Let's be honest. Like, the record doesn't say it. Look at the stats. Look at the eye test. Mahomes has struggled the last 3 years. It's not been the same. Almost the last 4 years. I think it was 4 years ago he had 41 passing touchdowns, and then since then it's been like 26, 27, and then the injury year. So it's not been great, and it's the offensive weapons have not been there. The offensive line's been rough, but he still has Andy Reid, still has Kelsey. Mahomes is on track to be Tom Brady. I'm not saying he's not, but Mahomes is better than Rodgers. It's hard to say Rodgers is better because Mahomes has the rings. I understand that. Jackpot, you can get blacked out and eat mushrooms with Aaron Rodgers. Mahomes would bring his gay brother to come touch you. That well said by Jackpot. That is a very, very well said. And I don't know what I talked to. He just doesn't seem like a normal person. Like Aaron Rodgers, what I love about him is he's a normal person. He hasn't lost his edge, and he doesn't care about what people think. Because you know what? When you're that famous, you're that awesome, fuck it, right? And I don't even have that. I'm just a fucking bum on YouTube trying to make it work, right? But like I say what I want to what I believe, and Big Ray says what he believes. Storey, the other guys. I mean, a lot of you guys are new to the show, but we have 8 or 9 different co-hosts on here. It's different co-hosts typically every night. So you're going to get different show, different takes every single night. That's what's up. The Darkness Retreat was weird. It was very weird. I don't know what that was about, but you know what? That he likes it. And the fact he advertised that shit is wild to me. And that just speaks volumes about Aaron Rodgers. He doesn't give a fuck. And I appreciate that. Prime Rodgers was very, very long. It wasn't just 5 years. It was long. All right. Yeah, Romeo Dubs is most certainly gone. He gone. So he's going to get paid. I'm not a big Romeo Doubs fan. I think he's a tough player. But he has drop issues, and he is small, and he is not fast. Those are 3 things I have an issue with. Oh, it was Kanye. Good call. Kanye, my bad. And you never do go full retard. Yeah. We just did Tropic Thunder on Monday. If you want to go back and watch that one. It's pretty epic video. Big Ray was in rare form there. Yes, Rodgers does suck now. He is too old. He is 41 years old, guys. So, like, the Rodgers pantheon and Rodgers, any Rodgers talk is, the last 3 years, the Jets stuff, what's happened with the Steelers, this is not affecting my Aaron Rodgers, like, GOAT status or all-time status. It doesn't. Yeah, he's 41 years old, Glenn. He's old as hell. Boston, what's going on, Boston? Rodgers can't win. Sam Darnold is winning Super Bowls. Enough said. Yeah, Sam Darnold has as many Super Bowls as Aaron Rodgers, which is wild to say right now. If you told me that before the year started, or even like 8 years, whatever. Professor's still in here. The Professor's my kind of guy. He's like Big Ray. I'm like, Ray, get off the show. Professor, you have to wake up for work, man. I love you. Get some sleep, dude. I'm getting off soon. Yeah, bro, the only time Rodgers had a top 5 defense in the Super Bowl. Yeah, I don't think he had a top 10 defense more than one other time the entire stretch. So, again, you can only control what you can control, and he didn't have elite coaching. Like, I don't like Mike McCarthy. I don't think Mike McCarthy is very good. So, where has he had elite coaching? He hasn't had it. He is the coach. That's what I love about Aaron Rodgers. Like, Peyton Manning had this as well. Tom Brady as well. They are the coach of their team. Like, you don't need a head coach. You don't need an offensive coordinator when you have these guys. That's Aaron Rodgers. That's Tom Brady. That's Peyton Manning. Those are the 3 elite guys. Even Drew Brees. As much as I like Drew Brees, Sean Payton, right? Drew Brees would not have won a Super Bowl, I don't even know if Drew Brees would have been a Hall of Famer without Sean Payton. And I'm not even a Sean Payton guy, but I really think that's true. So, elite defense. Sam Darnold had the best defense in the NFL this year, as well as JSN. So appreciate you, Professor. Jackpot, appreciate you guys. A couple new viewers, man. Glad you had a good time. I'm hammered, bro. I was drunk before the fourth quarter started. That was a long time ago. My wife drove me home. I had a little hour and a half. I was in Indiana, which I'm in Illinois. So I had a 90-minute sober session. Then I just pounded a bunch of drinks. So it was a rough, sloppy show, but that's what we do around here. We have a good time. We talk ball. It's all about the chat, the community. That's what we do. We want to, everyone's part of the show. So appreciate you guys and everyone here. Get some sleep. Hopefully, you know what I always say, man, Monday after the Super Bowl should be a national holiday. Like, why are we going to work on this day? Most people call off anyway. It's just a wacky thing they have the Super Bowl on Sunday. I know football Sunday, but you know what? Nowadays, football is on Thursday. They have games on Friday, fucking Saturday, later in the year. Why the fuck are we not having the Super Bowl on Saturday so we can all party? Just party. And, weekends don't matter to me. I party every night when I can. It doesn't matter. But for the most, the working American public, let's have the Super Bowl on Saturdays going forward. So we don't have a million people calling up from work. Who does shit the day after the Super Bowl? It's really weird. Glenn Sharp, Seattle just flat out dominated. Yeah, the score was not as indicative as the game, watching it with our eyes. That was a 29-13. I feel like they won by 4 scores. You know what I mean? Like Abraham Lincoln, 4 scores. So, wild game. Again, appreciate everyone in the chat. We're at 3.5 hours here. I did not even think the show was going to go past 2 hours tonight. But you guys made it happen. 26 super chats in the night. Appreciate all you guys, man. It was a great show. Big Ray, you're the man. I'm going to play a little random clip before I get off because I want to do that. Any last questions, comments, I will get to in the next couple minutes. Get them in now. Otherwise, tomorrow night, me and Ray will be back. Maybe a third co-host joining us. We'll do some fantasy football awards for the season that was. Probably 10 p.m. Central for that one.
Gotta pay the troll toll to get into this boy's hole. You gotta pay the troll toll to get in. You want this baby boy's hole, you gotta pay the troll toll.
Stop. All right, not bad. I feel like you're saying boy's hole, and it's clearly soul. So it's boy's soul.
You gotta pay the troll toll to get into this boy's hole.
Right there, it sounds like hole. Like if you drag that, are you chewing gum?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's chewing gum. All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Love your life. Stay positive and respect each other. Again, tomorrow night we'll be back roughly 10 p.m. Central. I would say that. But again, if you're in the Discord, I will give you the exact time when we're going on. Bank on 10 p.m. Central. Me and Big Ray. Be fantasy award show for the year that was. And again, a lot of good stuff coming up in the next couple months. We have NFL draft. We have combine. We have free agency. We ain't stopping around here. Love y'all.
Just seemed like a good dude. I thought I'd see if you wanted to grab a beer, that's all. I'm glad you called. We get home safe, Pistol.
You got it, Jobin.
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing.
Oh, what'd you say?
I don't know. You nicknamed me Pistol, and I just called you Jobin. It means nothing. I'm drunk. I'm gonna call a cab.
All right, man. You have my number, yeah?
I got you stored in my iPhone.